Apologize to any of my fellow juicers who might find this audio. I know I'm Pepe Pains. It's not my fault I watched Ludwig. Like the tires, Ludwig had a good year. Marbles to kombucha. Let's review the past before we zoom into the future. The YouTube tutor with the few screws loose who does doo-doos on the competition. T-food a Buddha. Ludwig, king of the Zoomer. Peter knew the doo-doo blow up like Vesuvius. TikTok boom. The stealing from Jeopardy and Family Feud. A Sigma male with that reflection in the scale. Uber, Elwig, loser, Ludwin, Charmer. Seeking basketball advice to garner Reddit karma. Emo, what farmer? He goes father by leeching off Vigo's. Could call him Chupacabra. Keynote, speaker looking head ass. I'm dead ass. That painful shit's funny for a dollar store Steve-O. We know you think the Lions would win. You're smoking reefer, all the bloopers low. They've never even been to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I got the stupid jokes. I'll try to keep them short. Like tax evader, pimple face, and incest baby. Excavate him. How do you do that with your fingers? Premature ejaculation. 5'8" plus L plus ratio. Plus now the hood watches Aiden Ross. The Channing Tatum at Twitch. Oh, fuck. YouTube. I meant YouTube. God.
What up, boys? How's it going, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. I'm live. I'm in this bitch. I'm not even late. I'm on time. I'm pumped. I had to take a piss. Sorry. Excuse me for going to the bathroom. Hey, according to Susan, I should have just gone before streaming. I did get a haircut. It's kind of mid. No offense to the person who cut it. It was this nice old woman. She was like, I'm not good at guys' hair. And I said, I'm sure you're great. And then she did a mid job. She's like, how was it? And I said, it's good. She's like, you don't have to lie. And I thought to myself, no, you're wrong. I do. I do have to lie here. I'm not going to tell you the truth. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's all right. It's mid. Look at the right. Look at this. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep, I know it's preparation, not preparal. I get it. I'm sorry, I don't have an English degree. At least I didn't lose 50k to a zero I didn't see. I am not your friend, I am not your enemy. I'm just a fan with more talent than Simon Cowell could find. But no idea how to use it, so I write this out in pen. And you know I owe my style to Eminem. This is not a diss track, this is not a love song.
All right, anyway, how's it going, boys? Dude, I feel like I don't even know how to stream anymore. Straight up. I took a week off. No call, no show. I didn't even tell you guys I was going to leave. Are you mad at me? Chat, are you mad at me? Am I a bad streamer now? Am I a bad streamer? I'll take being a bad streamer because I'm a good YouTuber. All right? My YouTube been like... Kidding me? Susan interview? Back to back with the story time? With the Germa bro versus bro? Chat, we're looking at back-to-back million-view videos with a chance, I'm just going to say it, at back-to-back to maybe this one will hit there. Then it'd be back-to-back-to-back-to-back. This one gets a million? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It's been a good week on the YouTube. You and XQC both took a break. Sus. Yeah, okay. I actually have a good reason for taking a break. All right, I'm going to tell you my reason that I took a break. You might have seen it on the Discord. I'm going to tell you my reason. If you think the reason's bad, let me know. But I think it's a good reason. Okay? The reason I took a break, I was not late. The reason I took a break for the past week is because it was Cutie Cinderella in mine anniversary. And so we celebrated it by taking a little vacation. That seems like a good reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Cringe? Okay. Here's the thing about it, fellas. You might remember a year ago to the month that I was doing a really long stream. Yeah, and I broke 2 records that day. One record was the most subs anyone has ever had ever in the history of Twitch ever. And the other record was worst boyfriend. because I skipped our anniversary to stream. Now, that was a close race, by the way, with Jason R. I ended up winning, unfortunately, but still, all right? I think it's fair to take a little vacation this year after how bad last year was. You know, I think that makes sense. I think this tracks, this follows. Close race with Speed. Yeah, who watched the Mogul Mail on Speed? I feel like there was a few W and L community members who are like, why are you trying to cancel everyone? I'm like, what do you mean trying to cancel? I don't have the power to cancel. He has more fans than ever, if anything. I will say I tuned into Speed's stream yesterday just to see what was up, right? And the first 30 seconds, I shit you not, was a text-to-speech donation with racist things that I can't even repeat. I can't even quote. Now, to Speed's credit, he immediately skipped it. He immediately skipped the racist donation. It was too late. I had already heard it. It entered my ears. And then said, no, Chad, we're trying to spread positivity today. And I thought to myself, I'm like, bro, it is so easy to set up, like, a few contingencies to avoid that. A couple of redundancies, okay? You've made at least $1 million in just super chats in the past year. We could figure out one just small tweak. Not to say I'm holier than thou, by the way. Let's keep it a stack. It's not like the Poggers community is completely clean. We got some dirty laundry of our own. There's a guy, this is real, by the way. There's a guy who's so entrenched in the Poggers community that he would reply to simple yes-no questions with nodders or nopers to emotes. Hey, we streaming later? Nodders. That guy's name? Arcadum. So it's like we're not devoid of problems in the Poggers community. We've got our share of skeletons like the W and L people do too. You know, it's just feel like that's worth mentioning. Feel like that's worth that. Maybe it's not. Maybe nopers. Maybe nopers. When's Toontown? Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. What if, fellas, hear me out here. What if we never play Toontown? Whoa! Did I scam you guys? Okay, relax, Arcadum. Don't nopers me. I'm actually thinking, though, for real, Toontown Tuesday. Or Toontown Pay the Mod Thursdays. On Thursdays, we do something where we try to get money for the mods. And we could do a Toontown Pay the Mod Thursdays where it is a Toontown-a-thon. And every $100, I will play another, like, you know, X minutes of Toontown until it becomes a 12-hour Toontown stream. That's another idea. That's another idea. Yeah, I know. I thought of that off the top. Uncapped? Eat shit. Very capped. Maybe the most capped thing ever in the history of capped events. It's going to have 2 caps on it. It's going to be like toothpaste where you unscrew it and then there's still like an aluminum shield that you have to rip off. Double capped. The first ever double capped subathon. What you talking about? Kingdom Hearts? Okay, I haven't seen the trailer for this yet. I will say this is fucked up. Kingdom Hearts 4. I figured out there was a trailer that got released today because I went on Twitter and I went to Twitter trending. And in trending on Twitter was Shibuya Station, which is in Japan. And it's a very popular train station. It's the crosswalk. It was trending because of this trailer, apparently. So that's the only reason I know about this and that it came out. They doxed Sora. Oh my god. Sora just has to deal with getting swatted. Xehanort just sends all his Heartless out to swat him. He becomes a fucking weeb Valorant streamer in Shibuya. That's my dream. This is not Sora's voice, right? The heart resides within the soul, which in turn is guided by fate to its rightful place. Okay, cool. Dude, holy shit, this looks so good. Why do they make him so hot? You're telling me this guy has normal ass feet? Yeah, I'm staring at his feet. Because the first and second game, they gave the boy absolute clonkers. They gave this guy the yadas that were the size of his entire torso. If he's walking around with these pups, then why are his dogs looking like this? I don't get it. Feels like the leash was a little big for the size of the feet. That's crazy. Who the heck are you? What's up with JRPGs in just adding new women instead of making the women characters that currently exist actually useful and cool? Not to say you can't have more women characters, by the way. I just feel like they keep introducing and then pee-pee-poofing them. In Kyrie's dog shit. In the other... actually, the blonde one is cool. I forget her name, though. She isn't new at all, actually. No, if she's in a side game, she's new. She's in the mobile game? She's new. I actually regret everything I said because Aqua is badass and cool. That is true. I'm mostly making fun of how Kyrie is basically like an even feebler Sakura. Cars? Whoa, movement! Slingshot! Is this where you press triangle and then a giant train comes out from Shibuya Station and blows up the enemy? And then you just spam the triangle button till he's dead? That's fun. Oh, wait. I was kidding! No, I was kidding! How is that? Oh, right, because Roman numerals. I've never heard Donald speak Nipponese before. Holy shit. Hades? Dude, I will say it. Kingdom Hearts is probably the biggest fuel for James Woods to be able to make money while just saying random racist alt-right shit on Twitter. They have funded that guy into QAnon. He doesn't need to do shit else. He shows up at the studio for about 1 hour every 5 years. Says his little Hades lines. Ba-ba-da-boo, ba-ba-da-ba. Leaves with $1 million check, goes home, gets on Twitter. Trump won the election. It was a fraud. That's awesome. Hey, good for him, though. You know what I mean? Someone's got to be winning out here. Well, that looks good, but I assume it's not going to be good. And that's only because of how much I hated Kingdom Hearts 3. But I don't know. Maybe if I go back and play Kingdom Hearts 3 and I don't use the triangle commands, it's fun. You think it'd work like that? Yo, Peter, thanks for the $10. Hey, Lud, just want to say thanks for helping me be inspired to stop smoking weed. I couldn't bear to be cringe like Aiden or something, LOL. Bettering myself all 2022. I don't know if you genuinely have stopped smoking weed because of me. But if you have, that's dope. I don't know if this was just a roundabout way to call Aiden cringe. Which, by the way, I'm not mad at you if that was the case. I'm on board with. Hell yeah. I started smoking weed because of Aiden? Okay, well now we have a problem. What do we got going on today? We got a couple things. It's going to be kind of a shorter stream. I had a bunch of shit to do this morning. I went rock climbing for the first time again in a month. It's been so long since I went rock climbing. I went again today. Holy shit, am I weak. Nothing makes me want to have more of a immediate issue eating food and like lose 10 pounds instantly than rock climbing. Makes me want to diet. I hate watching these goddamn 130-pound soaking wet people just climb up the wall and then trying to lug my fat ass right behind. Let me tag the entirety of my Discord. Oh, boys, by the way, hey, what do we think of the Susan interview? Can we talk about the Susan interview for a bit? I didn't even get to milk this because I just posted the video and then I pee-pee poofed. Talk to me about the Susan interview. Wasn't that shit crazy? She was in my house. Susan Wojcicki, the creator of The Matrix. Nick joke? Show us the award. It's upstairs. It's upstairs. Don't make me walk. Come on. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. She didn't correct me, so I assume I'm right. Yo, you were very missed. I hope you had a good week. Sean, I absolutely did. I'm happy to be back. I'll stream every day this week, I think. Tried this new strain called Eamon's cringe that shit sent me. Thoughts on the Oxford comma? I'm an always Oxford comma, Andy. That's the first time I ever heard her voice. She's like, you know what was weird? Is she's like a human. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I understood that intrinsically because everyone's a human. But she really was like a normal ass person. You know what I mean. Like, I feel like if I meet Jeff Bezos, he's just going to be weird and unrelatable and like be wearing like a drone outfit. And then like, I'll be like, oh, was it a tough drive out here? And then like throw fucking $5 in my face and run away. That, I don't know. I'd feel like I wouldn't have a normal human experience with him. She was much more chill. Yeah, she did drop a couple lull W's. I thought the interview went great. Some people, you know how good the interview went? This is how good the interview went. Some people thought the interview was scripted, which I'm, let me say, beyond flattered. I mean, like, ignoring the difficulty of getting the CEO of YouTube to sit down and script an interview with me and then do the scripted interview and expect her to hit her marks with zero, like, streaming training or podcast training, that'd be hype. The goose ass is doing numbers. I like the goose ass bit. Okay, hear me out. H-Rock made me insecure the other day because he called me up. He was like, great job getting the interview, Susan. Anyway, he thought when I showed Susan a picture of Peepo that seemed to look like he was killing himself, he thought that was cringe. When I did the guess the emote. Wow. Yeah, cool. I thought it was a funny icebreaker. I thought it was crazy. Because, okay, here's the thing. It wasn't scripted, but this is how it went, right? I'll walk you through everything from start to end. This is not going to make a YouTube video. This is just for some extra context. But the interview started from a meme tweet, a joke tweet. During the Yard podcast, I tweeted out at Susan, do you want to come on my podcast? It was a joke. I only did it because I had the extra confidence of doing something for a bit for the podcast for the Yard, right? That's why I did it in the first place. And much to my surprise and everyone else's surprise, and as she said in the podcast, she accepted. Even her own team. And by the way, she has a big team. All right? When Susan rolls up, this was her coming up. A little taller, admittedly. But they pulled up big. She's got like a social media person, a content person, a PR person, and they're all different humans who have to like communicate with each other and figure out a plan for her. They have to do all of these things. I just wanted the song. I didn't realize it'd be specifically women that were 4'8" and 4'9". I just looked up the meme my gang, but it's an old meme, all right? But it checked. Come on. I'm new to streaming. I'm a YouTuber, guys. Be nice, please. So anyway, that's her whole team. So when she tweeted out that she was down to go on the podcast, that was against the wishes of her team. And I had, before she ever came to my house, meetings with her team. And very specifically, they were kind of hard ass on me. They were like, okay, what are the topics you are going to be talking about? And I very openly was like, oh, hey, I want to talk about shorts. And then I also want to print out, this is the exact verbiage I used in the meeting. All right. Imagine you are Susan's PR person. You can pick either PR person, social media person, or content person. And I'm in the meeting with the three of you guys. And I'm sitting there and they're like, okay, Ludwig, what do you want to talk about? And I'm like, so I want to talk about NFTs, but I want in the interview to pull out an NFT of I believe the exact example was like SpongeBob smoking a big blunt with his cock out. And that's what I was pitching in the meeting, right? Off rip. You know? Cause look, hey, hear me out. If you want to get something slightly edgy, you have to go full edgy in the meeting, right? Because immediately they were like, okay, that sounds funny, but maybe dial it back. If I had hit them with, hey, I would like to do a segment where maybe I pull up a goose's ass, they'd have been like, okay, let's dial that back. You know what I mean? This is how it works in politics as well. That's why the right and the left are more divided than ever. Because if you have more outlandish of an ask, then the compromise won't actually be in the true middle. It'll be closer to where you want it. Anyway, that's what I started with. And they were like, no shot. That obviously can't happen, but give us some suggestions. So our first round, right? So we have multiple meetings. Our first round, I send them 3 NFTs. I think I have them. I asked Nick Yingling, who's like my road dog, my main assistant, to find NFTs. He sent me the most out-of-pocket shit. I told him the exact, I was like, I want something kind of edgy, something that'll kind of like throw her off. And he's like, yeah, got you. He hit me with the 3 most out-of-pocket shits, or excuse me, 2, and then goose ass. So this was the first one. I'll just show you guys, because I think it's fine now. All right, we're past it now. But there is a universe where we didn't go goose ass. So this was the first one. It was goose ass. All right, love it. Very cute, very fun. This was the second one, which was like Pepe, and he was smoking a cigar. Okay. Not so bad, but it's like whatever. It is what it is here, you know. This one feels like an influencer might actually tweet about it. And this one, I don't know what the fuck Nick Yingling was getting into. I don't know, guys. He hit me with that. And I was like, bro, okay, first of all, save it for Boco no Pico, not for the interview with Susan Wojcicki, you fucking psychopath. Second of all, what are you into that you're finding that? Where are you getting that from? All right, that's shit Soda Poppin looks at when the stream ends. That's not shit that I'm trying to show Susan. So anyway, those were the 3. And I showed him goose ass, and we had the list of topics that I was going to talk about, and then a few other jokes, gags, gifs, right? Like for example, I'll show you a little bit of the sausage. I had the idea. I was like, oh, you guys should get me my YouTube plaque because I've never received it, and it should say biggest dumbass or biggest mistake, and then give it to me. Obviously, they tamed it down and they went for shortest streamer, which was still pretty funny. I thought that was still a fun little bit. But that's what we went with there. Scripted? Not really. Because I didn't know it would say that. It was a little different. Yeah, I guess you could say it wasn't fake because I didn't know they would follow through. I just suggested them giving me something that said biggest dumbass. The chair I had no idea about. My original gag was that I had a purple chair and a red chair, and she would sit in one of the chairs, and then I would say, that's my chair. Well, actually, the original gag is that the purple chair would have one of those explosive cushions that they have in, like, Eric Andre bits, and she would explode out of the chair. That didn't fly, unfortunately, with her team, but I thought it would have been funny. Because, like, the purple chair, it explodes, you know, like the video. And then she would fly out, and then I would look at the camera, and I'd go, not in this chair. Could you imagine how funny that would have been? That would have been great. She probably would have been severely injured. She is of age. Like, not old, but, you know, she's with years. It looks, she's doing well. Very So anyway, she basically, this is chat. This is where it gets a little fucked. She had all this information, right? And all the content people that I spoke with gave her this list of things that were going to be discussed, and she studied this all so that she'd be prepared for an interview like you would with any interview. And I was getting the feeling that it was too prepared, you know? That she knew too much. She was too ready for this interview. So I wanted something that I didn't tell anyone about, and I hit her with on the spot. Off script, sure. Unexpected. And that's where I got the idea to show her a picture of Peepo that seems to be killing himself, but he's actually not. He's waiting for a bus. Because I needed to rattle her early. That way it could be more, you know, more of an honest interview. That's why I did this. I'll tell you what, if I tried to clear this by their team, it would have been a no. If I showed Susan's team this image, they'd be like, no, obviously not. And I'd be like, come on, please. And they'd be like, no. And then I would have to change it to like a picture of like Peepo business Sag or whatever the hell. This is the funniest part of the thing. I still hold by. I think this is funny. By the way, the actual live version, like she fucking knocked it out, right? Actually, she like ran with it super well. Which is why in the TikTok, I had to totally re-edit it. I'm going to show you an I had to re-edit it so that she seemed like she didn't know what was going on. I'm going to show you an emote that is very Because she actually ran with the punches too well. The funniest part was the "we're growers" comment. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I like that one. I like that one. You did her dirty? No, I had to keep things honest to me, you know? You just got to keep things honest to yourself. Because in my mind, like, I feel like some people wanted me to do this interview, right? And the interview would be like, what are you going to do about dislikes? And then she'd be like, well, you know, we did a lot of research. And then I would like push back on everything. Like I'd be like, well, what about reviews where the reviews, you can't tell if it's real or not? And she'd be like, well, you know, we have other ways to work around that. And then I'd be like, well, what about how you can't actually express dissatisfaction and it lets creators who do scummy things get away with stuff? And then she'd be like, well, and I feel like she would have a political response to almost everything. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy and jaded, but I feel like CEOs have like a one-liner for any time you try to get them with like a gotcha. And the only time I actually had one in my head was when I said, how about we just toggle off and on dislikes? And she had a response for that because of fucking course she does. Because they probably have 15 fucking meetings before they get rid of dislikes where they go through every single scenario where it could go wrong. So that's why I was like, hey, let me make this an interview that's, you know, not a boring ass interview where I ask you questions that you already are going to know the answers to and everyone else is going to expect the answers to, and instead show you people killing himself in a goose ass NFT. And you know what? I'm happy with it at the end of the day. I'm pretty happy with all those things and how they went. What do you regret not asking her? I don't think I regret not asking her anything. I think I should have maybe pushed harder. Like the section on the NFTs, there was a point where I was like, I said my part about it. I was like, NFTs are fucking cringe and I think it just makes rich get richer. And she's like, I think NFTs help creators who are small. And then I was like, fair enough. Let's move on. And then she stopped me and she was like, well, no, tell me how you feel. And then we got into it a little more. And I think I should have done that for like dislikes. That's the only real part. The demonetization part was weird. Yeah, the part where I asked her if all her employees were sexist. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. That's cringe. I think sexism's cringe, but I guess to each their own. You know? For me, it would have been more cringe if we let sexism run rampant. So here's what was going on, right? She pulled up with a giant crew of people, like 3 social media people. She pulled up with a couple YouTube partner managers. I had all my roommates. I had Nick Allen, and it's a big packed house. And we're all making friendlies at the start, and we're all shooting the shit. I told her about how I love bidets. She told me about how she speaks French. I told her that I speak French. I told her how to say I would like to fuck a pig in French. This all happened before. It was great. It was jovial. When the interview was happening live, right, when we were doing it, there was a watch party happening downstairs. Guys, you're getting distracted. Let's move on. There was a watch party downstairs at the same time. And I could kind of hear the watch party downstairs. 0% chance I said that. I said to her face in an interview if all her employees are sexist and showed her a peepo killing himself. Let's be honest. Are you really thinking that I wouldn't say t'as jamais baisé un cochon? Like, come on. Give me a little credit. You don't have to think it's funny, but you have to at least give me the credit of having done it. Not croissant, couchon. All right, we'll move on. But when the interview was happening, right, I could hear everybody downstairs. And when I'm doing something, I really feed off of other people's energy. Like, that's what gets me going. When I see a wall of LWs in chat, that's what keeps my shit tight. And so I could hear them chuckling at certain jokes. You know? Like when I showed the peepos, some laughs downstairs. I was farming some IRL LWs. I was like, nice. Let's keep this going. And everything was kind of hitting. That's why I knew the interview was going good, because everything was hitting downstairs. The only moment where everybody downstairs, and I didn't know this until after, but the only moment everybody downstairs who was part of Susan's team collectively cringed and looked at each other with insane discomfort. Guess which moment it was? It wasn't the sexist part. No. It wasn't the growers. That got some laughs. It wasn't the peepo. Nobody's going to get this. It was when I said the word come, which blew my mind. Like, I guess it makes sense, right? You got it? Yeah. Because, like, when did you say it? We were talking about how Cutie's podcast, Whine About It, gets demonetized. And I was talking about the inconsistencies of demonetization. And we chatted about that for a bit. And in it, I gave some context. I was like, yeah, her podcast gets demonetized and mine doesn't. And she's like, well, is your podcast like more tame? And I'm like, no, we talk about shit and cum. Which is true, by the way. But apparently, I think it's just like a pretty vulgar word, you know? It's like you know how some people have like an ick with the word moist? Like you hear the word moist and then all of a sudden you're like, ugh. Some people have that with cum. You know? Why are you saying it like that? Like what? Moist? I'm saying it like the word is pronounced. Moist, critical. You know? I look, it's not that I didn't know that. It's more that I am so in the sauce of the yard that we have, like, chat. Here's another story that I found out. So Susan was coming on the podcast. She was flying down from her home base in like Silicon Valley, where YouTube headquarters is, to LA. And she was flying on a PJ down, private jet. Not got to her, not for Mr. Beast, so, you know, whatever. And on the ride, she was like, hey, can somebody link me the yard? Because we want to watch the yard before I go on. Even though she knew that it wasn't going to be the full yard. That's what she asked for. And in one of my partner managers was like, oh, let me get you a good episode to watch. Because one of my guys watches the podcast. And she was like, no. Give me the most recent episode. He tried to fight, but God save his soul, he failed. Let me show you the opening for the yard episode that she watched.
Go ahead, drink it. Drink your drink.
This part's tame.
Drink your drink.
Bark for me. Bark for me.
The European thing?
He is the founder of YouTube, Google.
Dude, it's her sister's divorcee.
And her sister's ex-husband.
That's nepotism.
Well,
That's what I was
Ex nepotism.
That's nepotism.
Yeah, that's
She's nepped
why.
out of her fucking mind.
That's why my joke is Sergey Brin.
Well, it's just the name of the guy.
Yeah.
You're gonna say it?
Why don't you say Ser Long, Gay Bowser?
Okay, look, this is already kind of bad, right? This is already kind of bad. But if you notice, this entire section is called dogs. Because we have an 8-minute section at the start of the podcast where we have a very... I hope we intro
Dude,
it soon here.
It's, it's just making sure.
And then my other one was just this.
Just a dog.
And I'd say,
smiling.
are you wet yet?
Oh, man. Please make at least 5 dog fucking jokes to Susan.
Dude, this is the episode she watched. How embarrassing. Did she watch the whole thing? No, because I looked at her phone and she had YouTube Yard Clips open, and I think pretty quickly she switched off this episode. Thank God. Look, if she did watch it, she played it off like she didn't even care. She was very chill about it. Like at 0 point was she ever like, you guys crossed the line. She was like, oh yeah, like I get it. Like this is what making YouTube content is. Like this is what my platform thrives on. It's people making jokes like this. Like I get it. It's fine. And I was like, is it though? Like, did you hear the part about Bruce? Like, it was long. It was really long. Are you sure you... So I'll say she was way chiller than I was prepared for. Because I was nervous at the start. I was like, this is going to be stressful. But it went great, man. It went great. I think I have very little regrets with it. I think overall it was pretty fucking fire. Would I do it again? No. Not unless I had like a good reason. Like I'd do it again if something came up. Whether it's YouTube or enough time has passed, you know? Like, yeah, sure, in 2 years, I'll do it again. But that's because 2 years have passed and we're revisiting the topics we talked about before. But I wouldn't do it in, like, 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck am I going to talk to her about in 6 months? Show her Peepo sucking himself off? Like, what am I supposed to do here? And, look, the only compliment that actually matters, the only human whose opinion I care about in these dark times is someone near and dear to my childhood, the legend himself, Hank Green. Part of the Green Bros, who made a lot of educational YouTube content back in the day, who tweeted me out and watched the interview and said, great interview. Great interview with Susan. You walked the tightrope perfectly, really impressive. A compliment from Hank is like, he's like a real adult, you know what I mean? He's like a real smart adult human person who I follow in all the time. I follow him on TikTok, all right? He's not much of a Twitter guy, all right? He's a better TikToker. I'm just going to say it. Was there anything you had to cut? There was one section I had to cut. But the rest of it was pretty much unedited. What was it? It was called Name That Slur, and I would throw on clips of creators saying slurs, and then I would have her watch it, and then be like, should they have gotten banned? And it went on for, I think, 47 minutes, uninterrupted. So they ended up wanting to chop that. I feel like I can maybe still cut it down and cut out the slurs and we get there, but that was the main part. That was the main part they wanted me to cut out. I get it. I get it. No, yeah, it was like the PewDiePie bridge. It was iDubbbz. Well, I went through the whole, even Ninja singing his song, like we did all that. So Doesn't Susan seem pretty chill? She does seem pretty chill. You know what I forgot to tell her? I'm going to make a mogul mail on this, but I wanted to tell her that I should do her social media because holy shit, it's so easy to be a social media like Twitter influencer when you are someone of status. And I feel like every single CEO and person of importance just chokes. They just throw the bag. AKA Elon Musk. Exactly. Yeah, Elon Musk, all right, straight up has an easier time on Twitter than Minecrafters. Motherfucker pulls up the Twitter and then just rips like, I like anime, and it's like 400,000 likes. Like, wait, I don't understand how other CEOs aren't seeing this. It's so free. It's devoid of personality. It's just like, oh, what is slightly trendy? Damn, if you're not caught up on One Piece, you're just not living life. Like, that's it. Just tweet out anyone who insta-locks Jet in Valorant is a fucking terrorist. Instant 100K likes. Maybe saying the word terrorist would get you in some hot water, but I think it's worthwhile. I think it's worth it. You know what? Yeah, I would. Yes, I would do if we did the yard, but on weed again. Okay. Oh, you want to hear something fucked up though, chat? We're gonna talk about this more in the yard, but I'll just give you a teaser. This is actually sad. So we do the interview, right? We talk with Susan. We chat a bunch on cam and off cam. It actually runs over because of how great of a time we were having. In the interview, I talked extensively about how Whine About It, Cutie's podcast, gets demonetized and the yard never gets demonetized. The day after we recorded the podcast, before it ever got released to YouTube, 10 episodes of the yard got demonetized instantly. 10. I was like, oh, fuck. I shouldn't have said shit. I shouldn't have said shit. I should have let it be. Let bygones be bygones. We were skating under the radar. Come on. I played myself. I did self-report, yeah. I made a fool of myself. I know. I don't actually think, this is real. I don't actually think it was related to this. I don't think Susan followed up in a Slack chat with let's check the yard and demonetize it. Because in the podcast itself, here's my theory. In our podcast itself, we talked about how we the same issue, how we never get demonetized and Cutie does in the last episode. So I think viewers might have done it and then just mass reported some episodes. Or it's all my fault and I'm a fucking idiot and I cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars. No. It's not that much. It's not that much. But anyway, interview is fire. Interview is fire. Super happy with it through and through. Show us the plaque. It's literally the same as it is on Twitter. It's upstairs. I'd grab it, but I'm a lazy ass. You know how it is. But, I mean, this is straight up what it looks like. By the way, I wasn't memeing. This is my first ever plaque. I never got my million plaque. Did she sign the plaque? God, no. I wouldn't let her sign it. No offense, Susan, if you're watching. You know, I had a great time. I just, you know, it's more valuable than, not that your autograph would, you know, it's just, I just wouldn't want, you know, she gets it. She gets it. Yeah, I removed the art place from the description. By the way, I'm not going to leak yet. Actually, what if I leak? What if I leak? Chat, should I leak? Should I leak? No, I shouldn't leak yet. No, I shouldn't leak yet. Oh, okay, I'll leak this. First of all, huge announcement for Fortnite Mondays tomorrow. Nothing for you today. I am lock and key. Huge announcement tomorrow for Fortnite Mondays. Yeah. Not going anywhere, and anyway, you'll hear about it. That's one. Two, I can announce this. This weekend is Genesis, which is the largest Super Smash Brothers tournament ever. It is like the Super Bowl of Smash, and we're going to be co-streaming it here on YouTube. We're going to be co-streaming Sunday Top 8. So if you have a slight interest in Smash, I will see you there. It won't be Charlie will be commentating Top 8 Melee. I'll be Top 8 Ultimate, and I'll be Top 8 Melee. I'm pretty fucking hyped for that. Oh, also, all right, I had an idea, right? Because like, if you guys don't know, the way I think about making videos is pretty simple. I just come up with ideas, and then I do the idea. And if the idea does well, then I do it again. And if the idea doesn't do well, I don't do it again. It's a very, very simple process. So if you look through my past 10 videos, you'll see a lot of repeats. Like, this is just bro versus bro. You know, this is just bros versus pros. This is just reacting to a subreddit. This is higher, lower. This is higher, lower. Spin the wheel. This is a speed run. These things are all familiar with a few new things thrown in. I streamed Elden Ring until I beat Elden Ring. That's new. You know? So I like to try out new things. It's important. And if the new thing does well, I'll do it again. I will probably do another marathon of playing a game because of how well this video did. I probably won't do another You Laugh, You Lose with TikToks or TikTok time for a while because they don't do well anymore. This is how things work. I'm just letting you know. But I thought of an idea. It's kind of a yoink and twist from a creator that I like a lot. Called Your Robot Ideas Are Stupid. Because here's the thing. As a streamer, I get a lot of DMs. And the DMs usually consist of suggestions for things for me to do on stream. Sometimes they're good, and I've used them in the past. I'll give you an example. Someone gave me the idea to do, if I say this word, the video ends. And that video did very well. Some other ideas aren't so great. So I think this week specifically, we are going to be taking chat's ideas and seeing just how stupid your stream ideas are. I'll read you out just a few of them because I screenshotted them. These are real DMs that I got. This is before I ever even announced that I'm doing this. So this wasn't someone coming up with something as a meme. This was like a real suggestion that they thought would be good. So here's one of them. Here's one of them. $1 million video idea. Okay, I don't think I'll do this one. Get 10 streamers and put them all on a different drug and then make them guess which drug they're on. Maybe make a game out of it. Like 1 point per drug guessed and 1 point subtracted for everyone who guesses you. I feel it would be in your best interest to make this video. which could surely make millions. Jordan gave me a suggestion. Ludwig Fortnite. This one I think we're going to do this week, maybe next, but I love this idea. Just had an idea for a stream. Fire idea. Ludwig cooks a 16-hour brisket live on stream. So anyway, this week we're going to be cooking a 16-hour brisket live on stream. I've never cooked a brisket before in my fucking life. And I'm going to try a few more of these ideas throughout the week so I can make a video out of it. Hey, Ludwig, during your Elden Ring stream, when you were getting bodied by the beast clergyman, I asked if you wanted something made from the game. Radahn's red mane helm is done, and vid should come out in a week, all metal and real horns. What? Wait, you made the helmet in real life? Like it's real? Like I can physically touch it? Hold up, Nick. Hey, Lud, do you want anything custom made from the game, like an item or a weapon? I need a challenge for YouTube content. You messaged me in February, and then you followed up and you said, helmet it is, and then you haven't messaged in a month, in 2 weeks, and it's fucking done? You just did it all? You didn't even, like, check in. You just did it? I mean, that's badass. Holy shit, that's bad. Are you like a metal worker? Do you make metal? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, we get it. All right, Jesus, Nick, please. Nick, stop saying yes. Nick, no. Stop saying yeah. Oh. Nick, can I ask a question? Do you have a metal forge I can go to and forge things at, and you teach me the way of the forge? And if so, are you based near LA? I will patiently wait. Wish there was a notification setting for just going live. Is there one, chat? I don't know. I don't think there is, right? There probably isn't. But that would be a good idea. Well, you know what? Actually, there is. It's called discord.gg/Ludwig. If you just join my Discord, I only ever tag when I am either streaming or for whatever reason not streaming. So if you just use that, I don't know if you use Discord noties, but that's the only time I'm ever paying. I'm waiting to hear patiently about whether I can forge in Nick's forge shop, because it sounds kind of PogChamp. Yes, I do have a forge full shop. I'm in SAC. Oh, damn. Sorry to hear that. Wait, that's actually kind of hype. All right, Nick. Nick, I might shoot you a DM at some point in my life, because going to a forge and doing a stream there sounds really fun. Hi, Lud. Here's some money to buy the brisket for the 16-hour stream. Okay, chat, can you tell me if I have a good idea or a bad idea? I thought of a YouTube video idea, and I want to leak it to you guys because you have to tell me if it's a good idea or a bad idea. This is a real idea, by the way. Don't make fun of me. I want to buy every single grade of Wagyu beef, which is the most premium cut of beef that comes from Japan. There are 5 different grades, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I want to get a professional chef to cook these pieces of meat and then have my friends try the meat to see if they're able to rank A1 through A5 in a competition format. Now, on the surface, this seems like a pretty good idea, but I haven't finished yet. There are going to be some people who do very well in this, and if they win, I will give them $1,000 in cash. But there are also going to be some people who do poorly. So whoever does the worst has to throw up the meat because they don't deserve it. That's my idea. What do you think? In my mind, it's really funny to throw it all up as a punishment. Just do the second half only? Just throw up? You want me to just throw up on stream and only do that? I think this is a good idea. Laxatives instead. I mean, you can't show laxatives, but you can show throwing up. I'm thinking of like a Cold Ones style video where Cold Ones Max Mofo in Chad will like start just throwing up grossly. But only one person has to do it as a punishment. I would not watch that. You're telling me to my face you wouldn't watch someone throw up a bunch of Wagyu beef. I don't know what happened to you guys. I'm going to say it. You guys changed. You guys got soft. What do you want to do? Watch a bunch of fucking millionaires eat expensive meat and be like, wow, the meat is delicious. I think it's exquisite. Probably an A5. I love millionaires. Okay, chill, Exter. Let them do it with castor oil. Is that the thing that looks like throw up? I'm here for the funkin' party. What's up, consensual paranoia? Glad you're back to streaming. Glad I am back too, man. It's been a minute. I promise I'll stream every day this week. Need to get Michael in. He has a bad time differentiating taste. I need to get people who are willing to throw up. Instead of eating Wagyu, eat the rich. You inspired me to stream, and I managed to get myself partner. Oh, speaking of, hey, has anyone here tried Ninja's Master Class? This sounds like a insanely like outdated way to start a conversation with another human, but this is a real thing that exists. Ninja created a master class, and it's a 1 month long class apparently. Atriarch did. Isn't it a month long? Can you like do it short? I signed up. I want to do the entirety of the class. And then after I'm done, give my review. But also, I kind of want to make my own master class for free. It's something I want to do, but I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off. I feel like all his info would be outdated. I mean, it's not... Look, I don't know. I can't talk shit because I don't know yet. Wagyu beef, but one of them is covered in Da Bomb hot sauce. Oh, goddamn. People with eating disorders, though. I mean, we're not going to make ourselves throw up. I'll just make the loser chug a gallon of milk, and then they'll throw up because of that. And now it's not actually affecting anyone with an eating disorder. It's just affecting people who can't drink a gallon of milk, which is everyone. The thing is, I've already thought about your qualms, and I've already considered them and crossed them off. You don't need to worry about it. That's worse. It's more disgusting. It's not worse for people with food disorders. It's more disgusting, though. Do they export low grades? Compare U.S., Australia, and Japanese Wagyu? I don't know. I think they do. I think I have a connect. Dyed milk? Yeah, we can do the dyed milk and dye milk blue. What time is it, boys? Because I actually do have some Pog 10 I'm trying to do today, okay? I asked my moderator. Girls. That's right, girls' night! Where my ladies at? All right, Sundays for the ladies. Woo, 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 woo! And we are going to once again be reviewing some list that my moderators pulled together.
Open your eyes.
Where the heck is the moderator Discord chat? I got too many goddamn channels in my Discord. Oh, thank you, Tim. Boys, I had my mods gather a list of all of the greatest street food from around the world. And today we're going to be taking a look at delicious, delicious videos of street food being made. I had a bit of a premonition the other day. I realized that React content is only good if it's themed. You know what I mean? Like, if you go to the true goats of looking at a video and reacting to it, you have Beast Reacts in Sniper Wolf. And they're not just reacting to memes, to animals. They're, well, to memes, to animals. They're reacting to unluckiest people, satisfying workers. So I wanted to kick us off by getting a list of the greatest street foods that we could all look at. XQC quit streaming. Okay, what the fuck is going on with XQC, all right? What's going on with PVC? What's going on with my streamer? Is my streamer not streaming? Has he taken 3 days off? Five days off? No way. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Hold up. This is drama. This is Drama Alert Nation. XQC Overwatch. He's not live right now, which already is a shock. Let's see. The last time he streamed, so the purple are days he's streamed, and you can see that the biggest gap was a 3-day gap all the way back in 2018. But since 2020, or even 2019, there's not more than a 1-day gap. Did he actually only take off 4 days in all of 2019? Is this real? Am I reading this chart correctly? He took off 4 days, and they happened to be in the same week. What? He took off 4 days in the whole year. Holy shit. And then in 2020... he took off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. 2021, he took off 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. And now he hasn't been live since April 8th. Wait, he was live April 8th. Am I dumb? He's not been live for 2 days and people are freaking out about this? He was live 2 days ago? Oh, no. Technically, it was... Wait, right? Technically, it was the 7th. but it was a 10-hour stream and it leaked into the 8th. So yeah, it's been 3 days. This is the 3rd day. That is weird. I won't lie. I did see that he had a planned podcast with Pokimane because some DMs leaked between them. Or some whatever it was. And then he no-showed, which, to be clear, is the XQC. I only know this because people were gaslighting the fuck out of Pokey on LSF. It was actually crazy. I was looking at the comments and they were gaslighting the shit out of her. Let me see if I can find it. What do you mean? I'm going to try to find the clip. Wait, is the clip gone? There was a clip on the live stream fail subreddit. Go to top of the week. Oh, I guess this is hot news. Oh, shit. I think it's gone, man. Am I crazy? Anyway, he no-showed to a podcast with her. Check his Twitter. All he tweeted out was taking a long-needed chiller today. Long-ass stream when I get home. Kind of got out of the house on a whim and winging it. We'll see how this goes. He talks about how he has problems sleeping, right? Yeah, they're really bad. I feel like people don't know. I feel like people are under the impression that XQC streams 10 hours, 12 hours, and then he goes off stream and then sleeps and then wakes up and streams again. And I don't personally know the details of XQC's sleep life, but I feel like that's not how it actually goes. I feel like he tries to sleep, might fail, and then just wakes up and does a 20-hour stream and tries to exhaust himself to such a point where sleeping is so necessary for his body that he doesn't have to stress about falling asleep. But it seems to be like a very pervasive issue, like an incredibly debilitating problem. So anyway, I hope this isn't a factor in his current absence. That's the only reason I'm watching your stream, because your juicer's not live. XQC yelling the shit out of the world. Yeah, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. No, that's pretty fair. I can't even be mad at it. That's pretty fair. His offline chat is faster than this chat? Wait, is it? Hold up. No way. No way is an offline. We got 20,000 people here, all right? We're a speedy bunch. How the fuck is it faster? It's like 3 times faster. We're driving like a shitty ass Prius. What the fuck is a sports car? You know, maybe it's because I have it as top chat. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're speeding up, baby. Yeah, it is interesting, right? Like, look, there's a portion of people who, when XQC is not live, will go to, like, Hassan, Miz. Maybe a couple of them watch me secretly but don't want to tell the other XQCL frogs, because then they'll be Pepe Pains. Which, hey, to those hidden in the shadows, Ludwig 7. But the majority of people, the way it works is if your guy's not live, if your streamer's not live, it's just GG. Like you just don't watch Twitch that day. Like a lot of you guys, I imagine, if I'm not live, like I wasn't live the past 5 days, I bet a lot of you guys just didn't watch YouTube or a live stream. Not all of you, but I like a good chunk. A few of you watched Big A, but Big A was at like 5K the other day. He was not at 25K, you know? Like nobody jumps up specifically 20K. The 20K doesn't evenly disperse. It's funny. I think the way it works for most people is they have like it's like a preferential list of streams they want to watch. I'll give you me as an example, right? Like if I'm on Twitch and Germa is live or Northern Lion is live, which are usually different time zones, but whatever. I'm like, okay, that's my main bitch. This is it. This is my day one. This is what I'm watching. You know? And then if they're not live, I'm like, okay, let's go to my tried and trues. They're always on, so I don't necessarily need to watch them every time, but like Mango, he's always there. You got to marvel at the consistency. So if my other guys aren't on, I'll watch Mango for a bit. If for whatever reason Mango's not live, you know, and like obviously there's more people to this list like QD or some of my friends, then it's like all right, I'm just not watching streams. Sometimes I go on and I scroll through and I'm like, I'm just not watching streams today, baby. That's it. That's GG. And depending how much of a stream head you are is how many names are on your list before you stop watching streams. Some people, it is just one name, and if that name is not live, they are not watching streams. Some, it's like literally 20 people. And unless it is 3 a.m. Pacific time, there is someone for them to watch. The lists also change, you know? How about right now we reflect? Who were you watching 6 months ago? Is there someone that you used to be hanging out in the chat all the time and now you don't watch him at all anymore? And you're like, what the fuck? Why don't I watch this person anymore? You? Okay, if you're here, then what the fuck are you, like, you're here. Like, you can't say you if you're here. You're literally here. For me, I had a huge Hassan phase, but then I stopped watching Hassan. I just couldn't support that my ad dollar was going to the war. You know? That was it at the end of the day. Couldn't support a war profiteer. Sometimes you just gotta allow your morals to create your guidelines. Election Hassan does go burr. I only watch you and Charlie. I'm flattered. If you're dropping my name next to Charlie's name, like, Christ. I mean, literally, yeah, he's like Christ. That's like the second most famous guy when Jesus was alive. There was probably someone. They weren't doing miracles, but they were like probably really helpful and stuff, and I mean, no one remembers them anymore with Jesus in the picture. But I'm just happy to be in the conversation, you know? Hack YouTube. I paid Mr. Beast $100 to be in his next video. Every time, double that for new video until you get to 1 million. I bought Mr. Beast. What the, dude, am I having an aneurysm? Can someone help me out here? What the fuck are you saying with words? Hack Mr. Beast's YouTube. I paid Mr. Beast $100 to be in his next video. Every time, double that for new video. What is this? Are you just saying give Mr. Beast $1 million? Thank you, Blake, for the membership. Appreciate you. Recently discovered your content. Awesome job. Funny as hell. Thank you, McJugger Nuggets. Appreciate that. It's insane to me that people are still finding out who I am as a human. Not to say that I'm like the end-all celebrity and everyone knows who I am, but I just figured everyone has heard of the subathon at the very least, you know? Because it reached so many people, regardless if you watched it or not. I feel like everyone just heard about that. So in my mind, everyone just knows me as subathon guy, but some people don't even know me still, which I think is cool. McJugger Nuggets is a celebrity. That's the McJugger Nuggets. Is this a gotcha? Are you guys getting me here? Ladies Jugger Nuggets on your chest? You're getting me with the gotcha, right? This is a real human. How do I click on the name? Hold up. McJugger Nuggets. Chat, they can't be that famous. Okay. They have a few million subscribers. Isn't that fucking crazy? That you can go onto YouTube and you find a channel that you've never heard of ever in your life and they just have millions of subscribers? What does McJugger Nuggets do? Psycho Dad shreds video games. Wait, what did I stumble? Psycho Kid kills father. Psycho Dad. Wait. This is like ancient YouTube. This is ancient epic YouTube lore. I mean, look, let me tell you, I'm looking at these thumbnails, and these are before their time. If your thumbnails were looking like this in you know, 2017 or 2015, you were ahead of your time there. All right, yeah, I want to see you shred the video games.
Where are all my games? No Dead Rising, no Crackdown, Halo!
I'm sorry to make you relive this, by the way. Like, you actually sent me a very nice message in $10, and then I pulled up an old video of yours from 7 years ago that you probably think about, and like maybe it's like a little embarrassing to watch your old stuff, because it is for me, and I immediately threw it in front of 20,000 people, so I apologize for that. Still gonna watch, but I'm also sorry.
There's no fucking Halo! There's no way. There's no fucking way. This is all... Get a job. More games? Dad, fucking good.
What the hell?
I feel like I remember watching this as a kid.
The hell is going on?
Because I remember watching a lot of like rage, like fake rage things, like the kid who goes on the bed and puts the remote controller into his butt when he gets so upset.
Oh no!
Get a job, get a life, no more games.
Oh boy!
What are you doing in a bar?
Waffle Pone.
That doesn't matter. This is what I want to do. I want a game.
It's scripted? Yeah, thank fucking God. If it wasn't scripted, we'd just be watching literal child abuse. You know, we'd be watching just like miserable parenting and then being like clapping seals. Yeah! I'm happy this is scripted. It would be really disheartening if this was like real.
Well, you want a game, but you got to get a job while you do it too. You're insane. Why are you doing? What are you gonna mow them over? Yeah, I'm gonna mow them over. That way you get out of your room for a little while. Maybe you'll get a job. You get out of school 3 months now. Gaming is gonna be my job. Well, I do it. I'm really good at it. You got student loans. You got car payment. You got insurance. I'm really fucking good at it.
I feel like this is the conversation Soda Poppin had with his parents when he went full-time streaming.
Hey, yeah, well, you gotta make money while you're not destroying my game. Oh, pick up while
To
you
be fair,
can.
you this just destroyed your own.
Pick up while you can. Please. This cost me like hundreds of dollars. It's an expensive hobby. I don't care. You gotta get a job. What does this achieve? What does this achieve? What does that achieve? What is this gonna do? Mowing my games over. Maybe you'll quit playing for a while, get a job, pay some of your bills. I'm never gonna quit playing.
He didn't even save one game. Like, I know it's scripted, but I'm frustrated at how poor of a job he did at saving one game. Like you came in
What is this gonna do? Mowing my game's over.
a lot of time to scoop up just a singular disc.
You'll quit playing for a while, get a job, pay some of your bills. I'm never gonna quit playing.
Right here, you could just grab one, but he picks it up and puts it down. Like, come on. Come on.
Ah! Ah! You fuck! Ah! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Anyway, thank you again for the $10 McJuggernauts. Sorry to make you relive that. Lud, are you still looking for 3D artists? Yeah, kind of, but more passively. It's crazy how you were literally just talking about how people don't know you. Yeah. Hey, Lud, I have a question for you. I've been rewatching Survivor and wondered if you were in a streamer version of Survivor, how far would you last? I'm mostly known for how long I last. You know what, actually? I saw a car crash, and I realized how useless I am. Oh, my God, I can't believe I forgot about this. So I was driving. This is real, by the way. I was driving with Cutie, and I was on the highway, and I'm doing my thing. I got my hands on 9 and 3. I'm very respectful for the road. I got my thumbs not tucked in because if the airbag goes off, then your thumbs get crushed. Doing my thing, driving. The car, I'm in the left lane. It's a 2-lane highway. I just passed a truck. Okay. I just passed a truck because it was going like 65 and I wanted to go 70. So I'm passing this truck. I'm in the left lane. I stay in the left lane, admittedly, probably a little too long because you should normally traverse in the right lane and then use the left lane as a passing lane, which is what I was doing, but I didn't immediately go back over. A Honda Civic behind me who was cruising, maybe 85, like well above the speed limit, goes past the truck and then goes right and then goes past me. And I remember thinking to myself, like, oh, I should get over. I waited too long. So I go, and I get over, right? Maybe 5 seconds after this happens, I see the car in front of me, directly in front of me, take a left, like from some jerking motion, overcorrect right, and just cut across the highway and go off into the bank, there was like a giant dirt bank, and it fucking hits the bank and it ravines and the car flips, and I'm watching this in front of me, horrified. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I immediately panic. And I say to Cutie, holy shit, that car just crashed. Because she's looking at her phone. She looks up. And I start slowing down. This is true. This happened. You can ask Cutie. I start slowing down. And I pull over maybe 100 meters from where the car crashed. Because that's how long it took for me to reconcile with what happened and to be able to park successfully. So I immediately park. I'm the first car to park. And the second person to get to the scene, right? Because this like I'm like, oh my God, I should fucking help. I should fucking help this human being. So Cutie sits in the car. She's on the phone trying to get the police on the line, right? And I just start fucking running over. I'm jogging. I'm not running. I'm kind of fat, but I'm like jogging over to the Honda Civic, and I'm the second guy on the scene. The second guy. There's already a person there. And the guy is like, the car is flipped over. It's like fucked. And immediately I have a wave of relief because I see the guy's foot, and it's out of the window, and it's moving. And I'm like, oh, thank fucking God. You know, thank fucking God. And I see the guy. He's like inside the car. He's like looking through, and I get there. And by the time I get there, running the 100 meters, because the next guy parked a lot closer, was like, oh, he's okay. I'm talking to him. He's taking his time to get out. And I'm like, oh, thank God. But I want to be helpful, right? I want to be helpful. I want to be like, okay, I don't know. Maybe we flip the car over. I don't know. I'm thinking of like stupid things that I could do. As I am thinking of what I can do within a minute, I was actually impressed. I don't know. Maybe this would happen in other countries too, but I was impressed at how many fucking Americans pulled over. Maybe just to see what was going on, but also to help out. And a crowd forms around this guy. And we're all kind of sitting there in the first guy at the scene is the only guy who's directly talking to the person who crashed. And everyone else is kind of just doing this thing where they go, what happened? And they're like, there was a crash. And everyone's repeating the same information. Okay, I called the cops. We called the cops too. Is there anyone else in the back? No, just the one guy. You know, and I'm having this conversation with a bunch of people, kind of updating people what's happening. And I have this thought cross my mind while I'm sitting there looking at this car wreck that I'm like, how do I help? And as I have that thought, a big old truck comes ripping through and it parks right next to the crash. And in the back of the truck is a big old flag, just like plastered on the back window. And it's the American flag. And it's a red stripe through it, and it says Red Lives Matter. And a guy gets out of the truck, and he looks fucking big, and he has this paramedics pack on him. And he's a firefighter. And until this moment happened, I never knew that there was a Red Lives Matter movement. In fact, I didn't know anyone had beef with firefighters. I thought the firefighters were like, everyone's like on board with firefighters, but this guy was like feeling oppressed at some point in the past couple of years and wanted that fucking red stripe up there, and it was like, red lives, baby. And I'm like, all right, you know, the conversation was about the blue, but let's throw a little red in there. I think we're all good with firefighters, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think at any point we've been like, the firefighters are carrying us too aggressively out of these buildings, and they should be a little more careful. I don't think that's happened. But he comes out like a fucking hero, and he starts sprinting over, and he slides in for no reason. Slides in, and he's like, what's the status? That's what he says. And the guy updates him, and he's like, great, I'm here. You're good. And he starts doing firefighting shit. And in that moment, I thought to myself, what a fucking useless human I have become in 26 years of living on this earth. What a lack of skill, ability, and knowledge I have. Because all of these people who were here, maybe a crowd of 15 at this point, right, were well-meaning, capable adults. And they lacked one thing, which was direction. Any of these people were physically capable of everything the firefighter was doing, but it's having, one, the authority, and two, the knowledge to make the decision and guide the crowds. And this thought doubled down because I at that point, I was like, okay, the situation is taken care of. The adult in the room is here. So I start to leave. And another guy comes out. It's like a little pink stripe American flag. It was a nurse. Nurse Lives Matter. And then he was on the scene too. So, you know, I let that tag team take it over. But it was fucking crazy. So that's all to say that I would last maybe 12 hours in Survivor. I have zero faith in myself, in my abilities. Streaming has made me soft. I need like 6 months becoming a firefighter to be badass. Cutie came over. She called the cops and then came over after. Quick question, Lud. If you want to start streaming and want to talk to a professional similar to how a medical student wants to talk to a doctor, how would you go about it, given it's nobody trying to talk to a big pseudo-internet celebrity? You don't. You take Ninja's masterclass. It's not really a thing. I mean, it's... Like, you could... I mean, if a medical student talks to a doctor, it's because they're paying $100,000 for their college tuition to be able to get that, as well as a bunch of training. So what you're mistaking is it's a medical student talking to a doctor, not a random civilian. And so if you go to college, there's definitely a few colleges that have courses that line up pretty one-to-one with streaming that maybe you could get involved in. But that's what you're paying for in part as a medical student, I think. But a random Joe Blow, I think, would just, I don't think Saikuno's answering those DMs. As a 911 dispatcher, I can tell you just stopping makes you better than 98% of people. People will legit call 911 and having nothing to tell us because they didn't stop. Thanks for stopping. Yeah, I stopped. I'm a hero. I'm not a hero. Yeah, I did stop. Because I was the first one. I was the car behind it. It was the craziest thing I ever fucking saw. I dead ass thought the guy died. I will say there was a guy who was there at the crash who was maybe the most fucking terrible human to have. Like, if I ever crashed a car, I would rather have dictators there than this guy. Because this guy was at the crash loudly saying, yeah, I saw it there in my truck driving by, and I thought to myself, that's a dead body. And he's saying it within earshot of the guy who was in the crash. And I'm like, I feel like you just shouldn't be saying this out loud. But he kept saying it because the new people would come, right? And so he would tell his same fucking story. He was like, no, yeah, I was like one of the first people here. I saw the crash happen myself. He veered out left and he shot out right. Looks like he just came across the fucking ravine and he flipped. And I said to myself right there, that's a dead body. And he kept saying that. And I'm like, bro, first of all, great delivery. Second of all, stop fucking saying it every goddamn 10 seconds. After 3.5 years in med school, I still feel useless. You know what, David? I found out that if you act with enough confidence and you say you're a med student, that people will just believe you. Egg? I spent $10 on a super chat earlier. Can you read it? I read this one, Josh. Is that good enough? Found a dude that basically scalped himself after... Jesus Christ, that's horrifying. I'm sorry to hear that. Play Super Auto Pets. I'll give you anything. I've kind of become addicted to playing it offline. React to Elden Ring speedrun soon? Yeah, maybe. We'll do another... You know what was really fun is when we did the react to speedruns and we watched like the getting over it. So we'll probably do that again and we'll throw in the new Elden Ring time because I think it's sub 13 minutes. So we'll do that again. You said Josh? Fuck. Wait, you gave me $12 and I got your name wrong? Oh, yikes. 14 videos with Mr. Beast before you get to pay the 1 mil. If you double 114 times, it's 819,000. It will pay off. You would be the first person that bought one of his videos. I will sponsor that. Paid attention. Why is your idea just giving Mr. Beast $1 million? And that, if that is the best usage of $1 million you can think of, I think you're falling a little short, my guy. $1 million, and your greatest idea is to give it to a multi-millionaire. What do you mean? Is this Mr. Beast's alt account? Just text me, Jimmy, if you need money. Like, I got you. Toontown Stream 1, Tuesday. $1 million idea. Give the Gluck Gluck to as many YouTubers as fast as possible. So, like, those challenges where they try to crack, like, a walnut with their elbow and there's a bunch of walnuts in a row, but instead it's just YouTubers with their dicks out, and I'm just... I appreciate the idea. I don't know if it's something that I am the best suited to accomplish. I think you'd make a great Inosuke cosplay. Isn't that the person from that show where he's shirtless and wears like a pig head or something, a boar head? Don't they have six-pack abs? You still think I'm the best? You think this is the best? I don't know. I don't know if I agree. How do you feel about Abba and Preach and Hassan? I don't know. I didn't like their new album, but I definitely like their old shit. I don't really like Preaching, and I'm all on board on the Hassan train. Yo, what up? There? Yeah, I'm live. Just text me. All right. Peace. Hey. Yeah, I'm there. Wait, you replied to me on Twitter? Right now? All right. All right. Okay. Oh, is it family dunk on Keemstar session? Oh, I love a good dunk on Keemstar night. That's what keeps me going, baby. All right, yeah, I'll take a little. All right, text me, brother. Peace. That was Carl. Dude, is it just me or does Carl look like he's on a fucking Nickelodeon show? Like, I get he's at the Kids' Choice Awards, but he's dressing like he's a Nickelodeon star. I feel like I'd show up to this bitch. Keemstar might be right about this one. What are you wearing? Carl, pilgrim shoes, bell bottoms, and glow in the dark ceiling stars. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. It's just fun to dunk on Keemstar, you know what I mean? It's like when you go to like a basketball park and the net is like 6 feet high and you just start dunking like you're LeBron James. He's just like a gnome of a human who is just always ready to be dunked on. But, you know, it's sometimes not fun because, like, it's too easy to dunk. But then he just does, like, fucked up shit, and then you're like, you know what? It is fun to dunk again. It is fun to dunk again. Your mom said she liked the outfit, but it was on her bedroom floor. How do I add to this? I want to get involved in the fun. I do love a good keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Look at Keem's reply. Scroll too long. Now I'm too scared. I'm out. Dude, I'm not trying to fuck around, guys, all right? My mom is dead. Is it just me, or is this how every conversation went in a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobby? It would be like someone talks shit, then say, I fucked your mom, and then they reply with, my mom's dead. I feel like that was a lot of them. Yo, my dad's dead. So, yeah, I guess that's tight. I'm not going to reply rip bozo. I respect the dead. I'm too soft. Someone dies, like there was that, you can see that thing, there's this 90-year-old guy. Forget his fucking name. There's this 90-year-old guy and there was a Steelers quarterback who died like 2 days ago, right? He just died getting hit by a car. His car like broke down on a freeway. He got out. He was like running and then he got hit by a fucking car. And there's this guy, this 90-year-old guy, Gil Brandt, who's like a sports commentator, and he basically said on his radio show, like, "Rip bozo, that's what happens when you're doing dumb shit." And everyone got mad at him, I think rightfully so, because it's like, what do you fucking, you know what I mean? What are you gonna do about it? Like, come on, he's dead. Don't be mean now. Anyway, I think this Carl thing is different. Rip Haskins for real. I'm down on that. I don't know what to reply to Keemstar. Do I have enough clout that this works? Can I just do that? Can I just do ratioed by a gnome and then post a picture of a gnome? Does this work? How much do I got it? Am I a Minecrafter yet? Hello. Oh, you look nice.
Thanks. Who the heck are you going to dinner with?
I'm going with the boys.
Yeah, you didn't invite me. That was sad.
Well, you can't.
I know. But you
It's in the
didn't invite
middle of your podcast.
It's sad that you didn't invite me.
It's not that I didn't invite you. Literally have a podcast.
You literally didn't invite me.
You have a podcast.
That's so mean.
It's not
You
mean.
make dinner plans without me.
What the heck? You can't call me mean right now. You have to say I've been a fucking amazing boyfriend the past week, and you come and flame me on stream. I've been great.
You have been great. But
Oh my God.
Aiden's like, hey, are you going to dinner? And I was like, what dinner?
Chat, am I out of pocket for not inviting her to dinner when she specifically cannot come to dinner and she knows she can't? I didn't want you to come, to be clear.
Ludwig sucks and I hate him.
You look like Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, and you look dumb.
What? Daphne wears purple.
I thought she
Today,
wore
Lev
yellow.
told me that I had short legs.
Yeah.
Twice,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. I was kind of being mean to Maya today.
So you're going to dinner with everyone in the house besides us?
Yep.
Wow.
That
You
is so
have the
mean.
podcast.
I know, but it's so mean.
Why is it mean?
Because you never invite me.
What?
Alright, whatever.
Do you want to go to dinner?
I would like to be invited.
I'm inviting you right now.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Do you want to come?
It's not the same when you have to get the invite first.
Also, why do you never go to dinner when I'm available?
We literally went to dinner like 2 nights ago.
I'll hit him again. Should I slap you again?
No, don't slap me again. You slap hard.
I know, I hit you really hard.
I know. You're mean when you slap.
Sorry.
Alright, I'm leaving.
All right. Did you try the mic? Does it work?
What the fuck is this?
It's a hazard is what I call it.
Booped her head.
You right? I thought you would have gone right under it, but
Suing.
I break the...
but
Who's all going to dinner?
just everyone here
Oh, everyone here.
except for
Everybody
you
who's anybody.
too. Yeah.
Nick's not even here. Is he coming home to go?
I think so. He said he was.
Oh, ban that person that said cutie so high maintenance.
I don't. You're killing me right now.
It is-
You're fucking killing me right now.
I'm just sad. You know how much I want to hang out.
Yeah.
I know.
You have a podcast
I know.
that is 4 hours
But you
long.
never
The
plan
restaurant
when
will
I'm free.
close.
You never plan when I'm free.
It's not true.
Do any of y'all think that his head is like a little big?
My head?
Yeah.
No, it's a normal sized head for my body.
I think it like...
No,
maybe
don't
it's
start
just
this.
Maybe it's just this...
No, don't start that. You're trying to start something in return because I called you short and you have short legs all day. Okay, now, all right, okay,
I think there's...
okay.
I think it's just... He's got a big head.
Uh-huh, yeah, it's big. It's big and bulbous.
It's the ego. Ego wig.
All right, bye. Dude, fellas. I'm not crazy for that, right? I was a good boyfriend all week. I just happened to set up a dinner because I knew she had the podcast. And I didn't want to stream during the podcast. I was going to do a baby little YouTube raid. I wasn't going to go live during it. And then get dinner. I thought it made sense. She couldn't go. It's on Women's Sunday, too. I did it on Women's fucking Sunday. Are you fucking kidding me? On Women's goddamn Sunday. Did I tweet the thing? I don't even remember if I tweeted it. I think it's gone now. I clicked on the homepage. I'm on her side. You guys are always on her side. What about his story? You know what I mean? It's not as powerful the other way around. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Yeah, that's pretty fair. New mogul mail coming soon. Watch Michael's new video. We watched it last stream, like 5 days. We watched it the day it came out. I watched the shit out of that. All right, let's take a look at cool street food around the world, huh? Is everybody ready for some cool street food around the world? Women. How's it going, everybody? I got the list of the greatest street food from around the world. I hope you are not hungry entering this video. Otherwise, you are about to leave mouth-watering. And we are going to see which country has the absolute best street food. Let's start our adventure off in Japan with a little bit of takoyaki. Isn't that squid balls? It's Ramadan. I'm fasting. And to you, I say, shit. Ramadan Malik. No, is that it? Get me there. Get me there, chat. Get me there. Ramadan. I'm close. Mubarak. What is Malik? That's just a name. Ramadan Mubarak. Ah, Salam Alaikum. Ah, you didn't expect this, did you? Yes, I am a bit cultured. Butcher the pronunciation. It's how they say it in French. I will say, that's the one thing that I feel like American street food sucks at. The only good American street food is actually just Mexican street food that we happen to have in America. It's just Mexican food. I mean, I guess I live in Cali, but yeah, loaded hot dogs, tacos, whatever it is. Fuck street food you get in Missouri. In Nebraska. Chat, who here has had octopus before? Does calamari count? Yeah. I mean, it's octopus, right? Takoyaki counts? Sure, it's octopus. Calamari squid? Then never mind. That doesn't count. I do love calamari. I don't like takoyaki that much. I went to a Japanese sushi restaurant once, and you can get something called omakase, which is where the sushi chef will decide what food you eat. And they'll serve you dish after dish after dish until it's done. And one of the dishes they came out with was octopus sashimi. And it's served with just like a little bit of ponzu, like a citrus type thing. So it's very fresh. It went down kicking and screaming. It's not for me. It's not for me. It's so chewy. It is so phenomenally... It's as chewy as you would imagine munching on an octopus's tentacle is. I'm not talking about some people do the suckers where they just shred off the suckers and then fry them. And it's like, yeah, you're having like a little piece of meat fried. That's fine. But it's like a... It is like a car tire in terms of consistency, and the flavor isn't good enough where you're chewing it and you're like, I enjoy chewing this. I'm happy that I'm chewing it for a lot more time. There are very few foods that it is enjoyable to chew for a very long time. Usually the flavor dissipates so fast that the texture is kind of like nauseating. IMO. By the way, the technique on this guy is, yeah, he's nuts. Did he just transfer? Oh shit, look at the swap. That was classy.
但练的也不错，可是他们说这个更厉害。
那个比较厉害。
没有一样，只是它比较特别，吃的不一样。因为我们一般吃的都是这个。
对，它是先被一起。
I feel like this is a good way to make octopus palatable, though, you know? Like, this is a good way for Japanese people to make octopus, like, you eat that easy. There are some other admittedly rarer foods that are served in Japan, and they don't even try to make it easier to eat. Like, there's an area in Japan where they literally eat raw horse meat. I think in Amori, Japan. I think that's the area. And they just eat it raw. They don't throw it in a delicious fried little bowl. I believe it's in Amori, yeah. Mr. Hands on Root. So where do you keep the horse meat though? Oh, it's real meat that you eat? Oh. Okay, sorry. I had the wrong idea. All right. Have a good day. My bad. I like how perfect the balls are. It's crazy that it went from just a flood of white to just beautiful balls. That is... Okay, we'll ignore that sentence. Anyway, takoyaki, gas. What's up next? In Brazil... Oh! Get out, get out, get out, get out. Boys, boys, boys. Trouble in paradise, trouble in paradise. Monka W's only. Sorry, Brazil. We're off to Taiwan. Okay, this one is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I watched a bit of this. Look at this street food. Look at this. First of all, look at this pizza guy. How is the dough not ripping? I understand there's a lot of technique, and this guy is a tried and true pizza, you know, veteran. But how? Genuinely how? It is holding so strong. He throws it so high and it's so thin. It seems so abrasive. It looks like a t-shirt with how thick it is. Like woven cotton. I worked at a pizza shop for a while. I made the sandwiches there. Every time I had a chance, I would try to make a pizza. I would beg and whine and kvetch until they let me. And every time I'd fuck it up. It was just too hard. It was genuinely too hard to not get the dough to tear. You know? You can litter it in salmonella or whatever the salmonella flour is. This is crazy. This part's new to me. What a big ass pizza. How do you deflate it, you know? Do you poke a hole in the top? I guess that would work if you just poke like a little hole and it'd come out. Oh. Oh, you just you just lift it. Okay, right. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I guess like if you're gonna do it in a boring way. I don't know. I guess at my pizza shop we did it in a cool way. We would take a big old needle and then it would make a very cartoonish noise, and then it would blow up, and confetti would come out. But, you know, I guess they do it different in Taiwan. This part's going to be so hard. Spreading sauce that big. That's so hard. He's not doing terrible, but I wouldn't say this is the greatest sauce spread of all time. Kind of a low amount of sauce. It's not bad. Is that basil? There's no way, right? Okay. Okay. I was going to say not enough cheese, but he kind of got there. That can't be basil, right? It's way too big. Spinach. Spinach. That's a good point. Onion. A little oregano on top. Fair enough. That's basil. No, the leaves are too big. What are you doing? Is it butter? Egg. That's fine then. Look, I'll say it. If you want egg on a pizza, that's a better way to do it than when they just put a fucking egg on it like the French do. And you should have a stupid-ass soft-boiled egg on top of your pizza that you cut into. I always think that's dumb. Egg on pizza's not that weird. Mushrooms on pizza are good. You're being a baby if you say no to mushrooms. All the toppings in here are good. It could have used more meat, but it was half meat, half not. What a big-ass pizza. There's no human who... Oh, they probably are by the slice. That makes sense. That's why they're making a half and half pizza. It's like a by the slice, one is egg, spinach, mushroom, a veggie pizza. Wow. Okay, actually I got it cutting. Dude, that just looks so good. I'm getting so hungry, boys. That looks so good. The Italians wish. You know the largest vendor of pizzas in Italy are Domino's Pizza. They sell the most pizzas in Italy. Wait, what was it labeled as? Mexican chicken. What makes it Mexican? Because it has onions? And then the other one was spinach egg. Yeah, it was spinach and egg. There you go. You were right. It wasn't basil. That looked fucking amazing. All right, let's go to India. What are we watching? Pineapple? Juice? Naked juice?
अपना ठेला कहाँ पर लगता है? ओके, टिबेटियन मार्केट के बाजू। अब आप देख रहे हैं
Ice cream.
ले जा रहे हुए।
The best ice cream I have ever had in my life is in Los Angeles. It's at a place called Salt and Straw. I also had once an ice cream. I had rolled ice cream recently, like where they specifically like flatten it out and roll it. I think it's kind of mid, to be honest.
स्टैंड पे लग जाएगा।
I'm curious what this guy looks like. All right, let's skip a bit in advance.
कौन सा?
Wait, what?
So इसके ऊपर अगर कोई dust हो तो वो clean हो जाए.
Okay, big wheel. Wheel is
तो सबसे
cold.
पहले आएगा banana.
And just slap a banana on it? Dude, that's not ice cream. That's just cold banana. You need cream.
इसमें कितने टाइप के fruits आते हैं इसमें? कितने टाइप के fruits आते हैं?
I will tell you, this guy has a way better job than the guy who spins the wheel.
कौन सा?
Patience. All right, I'll hold. But are they gonna put cream? Oh, is that cream?
Okay. और क्या flavor milk है?
नहीं, ये अपना अमूल गोल्ड मिल्क रहता है, इसमें हल्का पीला कलर लगा देते हैं।
It's pee.
बर्फ पे और बाहर दूध डालेंगे तो दिखाई नहीं देगा। इसलिए अपन पीला कलर लगा देते हैं तो
It's crazy how it sticks to the thing. I'm still confused how that thing is cold. It doesn't look like it's plugged in anywhere, so I don't get how it's not. You know what I mean?
स्ट्रॉबेरी फ्रेश है, माला
Okay. Strawberry pulp.
They just said it's flavored milk. Okay, and then this is some strawberry pineapple juice. It's filled with ice inside. Oh, that's why you spin it. Oh, liquid nitrogen maybe? I'm still confused why you start with banana, but okay.
और ये प्रोसेस जैसे जैसे खत्म होते हैं आइसक्रीम वैसे वैसे बनता रहता है ना.
It's egg. Egg and spinach ice cream with some Mexican
और ये
chicken on the
कंटिन्यू से
side.
घुमाना पड़ता है. Okay.
Pineapple?
पाइनएप्पल भी जाएगा इसमें.
Why would you cut out the middle? All those bugs? If a bug did land in this ice cream, you would just be eating a bug. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just GG. I'm okay with eating a bug, though. I'm not that picky.
अब इसके ऊपर ऑरेंज का जूस, ऑरेंज का पल्प.
I feel like this is set up to be more of a sorbet than ice cream. There's so much fruit involved and so little cream. Like, it's been mostly fruit. He is chewing through oranges right now. Natural mixed fruit ice cream. We accept. Order for marriage. What the fuck does that mean? They do weddings in addition? What does that mean? Oh, they cater. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Catering for weddings. That makes sense. I don't know what this fruit is. Oh, wait, no, it's pomegranate, right? Like, half of you just spelled pomegranate wrong, and I want you to know that if you did, you are now officially dumb. Alright, let's skip a little in advanced here. We'll just go through the pomegranate section. Back to the juice. I don't like that they use the juice. I don't mean to nitpick. But if it's fresh fruit, but there's literally 2 layers of just juice or syrup, Yeah, it is kind of like a fruity shaved ice. I mean, it sounds incredibly refreshing on like a hot day. Some shaved ice. And it sounds more light than an ice cream. All in all, it looks pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Tibetan market ke baaju mein.
I can't tell if this guy has the hard job or the easy job. But I can't imagine my arm would be feeling that good.
3 se raat ke.
All right, let's go next. Let's journey over to Europe, to the land known as Germany. Oh. Che, you want to hear something embarrassing? I have these friends who really like hot dogs and like bratwursts and sausages and the likes of it all, right? And we were at like a barbecue one time, and I showed up late to the barbecue, and everyone was already eating, and they had cooked everything, and they were out of food. And so Mrs. B, my friend's mom, whose house it was like, hey, there's some extra sausages in the fridge. My whole life, I've been eating like Myers hot dogs, you know, like just run of the mill hot dogs that you boil in water. And I was particularly in a rush, so I just grabbed a sausage and I grabbed a bun, and I thought to myself, well, all of these hot dogs are pre-cooked anyway. Let's just eat it. Let's not even heat it up. And so I took what is like a real sausage and I threw it in the bun, and I just went, oh. And everyone at the table lost their fucking mind. And I was like, what? And they were like, dude, that's not a cooked hot dog. And I wanted to argue so badly that no, hot dogs always come pre-cooked. But if you've ever eaten a sausage before cooking it, it's really hard to argue. They taste fucking terrible. Because it's just raw-ass meat encased in a link. So anyway, that's all to say that I'm dumb and hot dogs aren't the same as sausages. Sausages, goated food, hot dogs are cringe. And I know a lot of like genuine dietitians who won't feed their kids hot dogs because of how bad they are. Do you get sick? Nah. Goated stomach. How many dietitians do you know? On my hand, maybe one max, like 3 fingers up. I went to college with a lot of dietitians. Sports health, sports science, and then nutrition was the same department as journalism. Same like floor. This is crazy. I think this is Edinburgh. Oh no, Edinburgh, Germany. Do German people know that plaid is out and they still wear it regardless? Or are they unaware that we have moved on from plaid as a society? Plaid's goated? Oh, yikes, chat. Chat, don't tell me. You're still wearing plaid? I'm sorry to say, fellas, that is firmly out. This one feels like it's mostly just sausage being cooked. Let's journey over to the Philippines. Nobody loves the Philippines more than people from the Philippines. This is called balut. What is balut? They're playing tic-tac-toe with the eggs. Why are you guys saying no? Wait, what's going on? It's like a soft boiled egg. Oh my God! The thing is, like, I'm trying to... Okay, let's reset mentally from that. First of all, that was a live duck that was boiled in its egg and then being eaten. Which, okay, let's analyze. Let's analyze myself. Am I drawing the line of what I think is okay to consume right below what I currently consume? Because I'm French, and I have enjoyed foie gras before, where you specifically fatten up a duck so much until it's unable to move, and then you harvest his liver, which is very inhumane. You know, I've eaten that, so who am I to say? Okay? The chickens that we currently eat aren't leading better lives than these unborn ducks, so, you know, let's be aware of that. Let's be aware of these things. The eggs that we eat day to day are chickens that live and die in like a 1 foot by 1 foot radius oftentimes. So, okay, let's, no, I can't. Nope. I'm sorry. I just can't look at it. Oh, no. Oh, come on. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can appreciate the culture. I cannot, for the love of me, look at it. I'm a vegan until dinner tonight. That's it. Let's go to China. No shame to anyone from the Philippines, by the way, all right? Food is food, whatever you need for sustenance. Western cooking is not the end-all, be-all. That's a good call. Go somewhere safer like China. Come on, they're just eating shrimp. Shrimp cake. I don't know. This looks good. Are they alive? Oh, no! 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 Not the sea cockroach! Oh my God! Christ! I guess it's fresh. I just don't why you would want to do it this way, specifically in the style where they're gonna have the shell on them still. Like, I guess you're eating fried, crunchy dough, so maybe the shell of a shrimp doesn't really faze you. They're just soft-shelled shrimp. Poop and all. All right, hot take. I don't care about the poop track and shrimp. I eat the poop track. I don't even care. You don't notice it. I don't think people notice it. Like, genuinely, without looking, if you were just to pop a shrimp with a poop track and not a poop track, I don't think people would know. Most people, I think, fail. I'm just not a picky eater. All right, that actually looks fire. I would try it. I want to hear the crunch. I want to see this old guy take a bite. Oh, come on. All right, I want to see this old guy take a bite. Come on. All right, let's bring things local. Let's go to beautiful, sunny Hollywood, California. Pink's Chili Dogs. Wow, that's a line and a half. Pink's is very famous. I will say some of the best hot dogs I've ever had is if you ever go to Los Angeles, outside of any major event that they have, whether it's a sporting event, a concert, or whatever, there will be like 15 different people with carts that have sausages on them. And sometimes it's bacon wrapped, sometimes just like loaded sausages, and they'll cook them there in the carts right in front of the event. And you can just get them. They're really cheap. There's a bunch around like in Santa Monica too, in Venice area. They're great. You don't have to wait in a line this long is what I'm trying to say. Doxed, ID leaked. Zoomed in, enhanced, downloaded. What are you doing? What are you? You're massacring my boy. What? Cut it up like a mango. Yeah, kinda. Oh, is that a chili dog? The only one in true condiment that I enjoy upon my hot dog are ketchup and mustard. Maybe relish if I'm feeling myself. I'm not including onions. That's a different meal altogether. Mayonnaise, believers? I do not fuck with. I don't understand them as people. People who are like, oh, I wish this hot dog had some mayonnaise on it. Mayo on a hot dog's goated? No. No, you're just wrong. Sauerkraut? Yeah, but if you go to like a fucking hot dog stand and they have like, you know, the usual condiments, sauerkraut is a little bit of an extra ask. It's like grilled onions. Like, are they better on a hot dog? Yeah, absolutely. They're amazing, but not every place is just going to have them ready to go. Like, oh, let's take a look at our sauerkraut. This place, sure, because it's Pink's. I mean, they got a hot dog with guacamole on it, which seems horrendous. I don't understand the Los Angeles obsession with guacamole. It is high in calorie. It is not that delicious. It's not that nutritious. I don't get it. It's got some omega-3s. Move on. Take a fish omega-3 pill and like get on with your day. There's avocado on everything. All right. That was Pink's. Very cool. Very pog. Very champ. This is Mexican street food. Viva Mexico. What am I looking at?
Poquita mayonesa. ¿Cuánto cuesta? 15 pesos.
Corn isn't the more important part of the business. I'm just gonna watch. You know what? I'm just gonna sit my white ass down and listen. What are they putting in there? That's just corn with a shit ton of butter. What was that though? What was the cheese? Fair enough. I love cheese. What's the black stuff? It's mayo, not butter. Wait, why the fuck? They put mayo on this? I mean, it seems delicious. Oh yeah, that's definitely McCormick's mayonnaise. Oh, that's a shit ton of mayonnaise. I'm a butter guy. What is the powder is what I don't get. That's the cheese. Okay, I get it. So corn, mayo, then cheese, then whatever this is, probably just pepper. And then some lime juice. I mean, this seems amazing, honestly. This is the food. So far, this has made me the most hungry. Thinking about eating this. It's like a chili powder. Tortillas, onions. That's a big ass onion. Peppers. This guy's a chopping wizard. Just gliding through it on. Trouble's coming with the dude in the red polo. I feel like half the tortillas aren't even on the grill. But I guess it's just to warm them. More so than to cook them. I can't get behind horchata. It's just too sweet. I don't like sweet beverages. I made a decision like 10 years ago that I would keep my sweetness in my food and I would make my beverages very bland. Because sweet beverages are so high cal. You can drink like a 300 calorie beverage without even noticing. And then I just get fat. And I'd rather eat it than drink it. Yeah, no Coke. I haven't had soda in years. The only exception I make is usually alcohol. Because I don't really want edible alcohol. No sodas. 0 sodas, no horchata. I don't really get my coffee with any sweetener in it. Or my tea, I just put a little bit of milk in it. What do you drink instead? I only drink water and then tea with some milk and occasionally coffee. And I put, like, because matcha without sweetener tastes like shit. But, and maybe like a boba tea once every month. But I won't even finish it. This looks insane. I can't watch Mexican street food anymore. I genuinely can't watch this. Oh, this is going to be fucking harder. Churros in Cuba. This guy's pulling so firm. The only time I've ever really had churros is in Disneyland. But it is just amazing. It's just fried bread topped with delicious, or fried dough, I should say, topped with delicious sweet sugar cinnamon treats and condensed. This isn't as popular in the States, but I don't get why, because it is amazing. Condensed milk is so good. Sweetened condensed milk. Everything's nice about it. The consistency, creaminess, how it just sits upon like a beautifully warm, fried, doughy good. And it just kind of oozes over like a Pillsbury Doughboy commercial dreams of. And it's just so sweet. Oh, God. I can't watch this one. Italian pizza. All right, what do the Italians do that make it so good? I'm going to come out with a scalding hot take right now. I do not think the Italians are that much better, if better at all, at making pizza. I think the rest of the world has caught up in the pizza making industry, and the Italians have not invented many new things. They invented a pizza cone type dish, but I think it's kind of mid. I tried it when I was in Rome. And, you know, they have higher consistency, I'll tell you that much. Their average pizza is better than most of the world's average pizza. But if you have a good pizza spot near you, like your spot, you can think of it in your head right now. If you're thinking like, oh, if someone really wanted pizza and I brought them to my good pizza spot and I wasn't lazy and I didn't go to Domino's, where would I take them? You're thinking of the spot right now in your head, whatever it is, you're thinking of that spot. That is like about as good as any Italian spot. Bro, it would be an Italian place, though. Yeah, I mean, every pizza place is rooted in Italian culture, right? I'm just saying you don't have to go to Italy to get it. That's all I'm saying. Because I believed truly that if I went to Italy and had pizza there, it would be like an orgasmic experience. And I've been to Italy twice now. The first time I went, the restaurant I went to didn't even serve pizza. I cried. I was 12 years old. The second time was the most recent trip with the Yard Boys. I got pizza like 3-4 times, and it was good. But at no point was I like, you know, like this didn't happen. I didn't have the pizza in front of me, receive it, and then take one singular bite from the most fantastic pizza and have like an orgasmic explosion. Oh, benissimo. Oh, they've done it again. Oh. I got the pizza and I dead ass thought to myself, like, there's a spot in LA that's as good. That was it. All right, let's go to Thailand. To be fair, I live in Los Angeles. And if you live in New York or Los Angeles, then you are probably a little more privileged in foreign food than if you live in, like, Omaha. You know? I don't think Omaha is really pushing the envelope on some foreign foods. Omaha pizza's goated? I just don't believe you, I guess. I guess I'm just against the Cornhuskers today. By the way, that broccoli that I had for that little bit that I ran was delicious. I want another bite. You ever had oxtails? No, but I've had oxtail soup, and it's one of my favorite soups. It might be my favorite soup. It is hard to find a soup as hearty and delicious and savory as oxtail soup. I don't like more creamy soups like French soups. What are we looking at here, chat? Is this octopus? Or squid or something? This looks like calamari. It's onions. I don't think those are onions, my man. Yeah, it's just chewy onion. What are you doing in Brazil? We did Brazil a bit earlier. We watched Brazil's tapioca. This looks insane right now, by the way. This food looks amazing. They could make a game out of this food. Squid game, get it? No, not calamari game. It was squid. This has topped the Mexican street food. I think this looks better. IMO, this looks like the best. No? It looks like such delicious rice with just some well-fried octopus. She was working the walk. And now all you guys are just talking mess. Cleans that after every time. Love that. What the heck is that? Is this lobster? No, is this squid again? I'm not feeling this one as much, guys. Not feeling this one as much. Squid like that is just straight up chewing gum. I don't know about that one. Those hot dogs look terrible. Anytime I see a hot dog that's perfectly uniform and all of the hot dogs look exactly like their neighbors, I just assume they are made with the absolute worst ingredients of the worst ingredients. That was bread. Looks great, honestly. A nice pale color. Could use a little more, but look delicious. What am I looking at? This is like a breakfast sandwich? It's like a breakfast crepe? That's not bread. You're dumb. This is definitely a hot dog. You guys try to make me seem dumb. There's no way they just put a loaf of bread inside the crepe. These are like, it looks like a chicken sausage or something. It's not an onion. No, it's definitely not bread. It's not squid either. Oh, you guys are talking out of your ass. I mean, the egg one looks amazing. What is that on top? A little bit of seasoning here and there. little salt. I just want to see this get rolled up. That's what I'm curious about here. Yeah, it is just a crepe. You know what? I don't mind this. I think the way their spin on crepes are pretty good. I don't love the sausage one. I think that would be weird to eat. It's kind of like a pig in a blanket. All right, let's go next. I'm going to skip this one because I think this one's stupid. It's Japan Wagyu beef. Like, this isn't street food. This is like haughty, expensive food. Like, I'm looking at street food, you know? Okay, I don't love that they kept the head on the chicken, but holy shit, did that chicken's body look amazing. We're here in Hong Kong eating chicken, duck, and pork. I think we splashed in the Philippines, but it was balut, and I didn't have the strength nor the serenity to sit through it. I will say duck meat is godlike. The problem is everywhere that I have ever gotten duck meat ever makes my life so damn hard because like this guy just did, they just slice the bone. So you have to eat around the bone constantly, but it's not as fun to eat around the bone like a rib is because there's also a bunch of cartilage in duck. And duck bones aren't necessarily very strong. They're kind of brittle. So you can't just like take a bone and then gnaw around it. You have to kind of know your way around a duck bone. Why is the chicken yellow? Order duck breast. I actually think duck breast is the worst part of the duck. And it's actually usually the worst part of all poultry. The dark meat is so much more delicious in all poultries. The breast is just easier to eat. But there's a reason if you get chicken breast, you either usually get it fried, grilled because you're trying to lose weight, or at a restaurant, just doused it in sauce. In wine reductions and butter sauces and the likes. That's the duck. That duck looks amazing. Dude, that duck looks awesome. Oh, okay, I don't... Why you just get rid of the heads? It feels good if the heads aren't there. Alright, that's it. I'm vegan until dinner. I won't stand for this. Isn't it crazy that we are just another species on the planet and we just have dominated every other species that we can just willingly eat them and also just hang them up and parade them around? I think about that sometimes. I zoom out a bit. I'm looking at the forest, not the trees. That shit's crazy. That's crazy. Stop stealing Louis C.K. jokes. All right, fine. I won't jerk off. That was my next bit. Is I was going to secretly jerk off while streaming and not tell you guys. All of a sudden, the PC police are here. Let's stop the fun. Fuck, man. Yeah, I think a goated food is just duck meat over a bed of rice with sauce on top. It's simple, it's just good. I don't know what meat I'm looking at, but that looks amazing. What meat is this, chat? Is this pork? Or duck? Is it duck? It's pork, barbecue pork. Pork is good too, man. Oh, dude. Oh. Jeez. Okay. What the fuck? Wow. Holy shit, mods. Mods, what are you linking me here? Are we doing a little bit of effort to scroll through the video? Hey, yo, what the fuck? It's censored already? What are you getting uppity about? Jesus Christ, because I signed up for a street food video, all right? I'm not trying to look at the average 50-year-old Japanese guy's phone. Holy shit. Let's go to Shanghai. What is this? Dumpling. Big crepe. What? I don't know what that is. I want that so bad. I can't even tell if this is savory or sweet, but I want this. It looks sweet. Fried dough. This also is a sweet treat, I imagine. Or maybe it's savory. I can't tell. Yo. How's it going? This looks good. This looks great. Everything looks good here. This looks like the feast that they ate at the start of Spirited Away that turned them into pigs. It's just all delicious food, and all of it seems nondescript, but I would like my hand in all of it. I think it's just general street food. All right, well that was China. Let's go to Peru. To the Peruvian coast. I'll admit that ceviche. Chilean sea snail. White shellfish. Ceviche is like a citrusy salad thing, right? With like fish. Okay. That looks good. I mean, some salt, sure. Okay. Goes back for seconds. How many limes are we thinking? 1? I think 4 limes is good, right? 3. 4. Okay. Okay, 5. 6. All right, chill on the limes. Okay. All right. All right, it's enough lime. 8 whole limes? Please. The acid cooks it? That's something my mom would say, and I just don't believe that. I don't believe that's how food works. You're telling me that's cooked now? Look at the fucking food. That's not cooked. I could imagine it removes the bacteria. That's literally how it works. How did they figure that out? It's a lot of onion. Not a lot of smooches down in Peru, I'm guessing. the equivalent of using salt to cure fish. Doesn't that take like a day though? Like it takes a while to cure with salt, right? You can't just like do it and then call it a day, right? Are they gonna let this sit in the lime for a while?
Y la arnaucha también para que darle un poquito de picante. Y ya está el ceviche mixto.
I think they just gripped it, right? That was it. It was just like a few minutes. What are those? The seafood is all raw. It's a strong aphrodisiac. Is that right? So I guess they do have some smooches down in Peru. All you need is 8 limes in about a whole onion. It seems incredibly like fresh and delightful. All right, let's head over to the beautiful island nation of Jamaica. A lot of seafood is what I'm noticing, though. I think seafood is generally the most common street food we've seen. It blows my mind that there are people who just don't eat seafood. How could you not eat an entire, like, ocean of food?
You will get the free promotion. And then you put it on the sign with the phone number and the email address. Only in Jamaica.
Allergies? Wait. You can be allergic to all seafood? I know being like allergic to shellfish, but you're not allergic to like cured smoked salmon, right?
No Cuba, no Haiti, no Cayman, only in Jamaica.
Chet Hanks is somewhere off camera. Losing his mind right now. Damn, that's just a fish. That's crazy. This is like how you cook fish in Animal Crossing. It's just like the whole fish. It's like not prepared at all. You just throw in the fish and then out comes a cooked fish. No seasoning. My brother in Christ, that's what the cooking process is. It's seasoning it in the broth. Why are these the most beautiful fish I've ever seen in my life?
When I see lion, them just bag them up and put them in the inside fridge. They butterfish them, bag them up and put them in the inside.
That is some fresh ass fish. That's probably a red snapper if I had to guess. Bit of a fish guy myself.
Nice size.
All right, let's go next. We've seen some Jamaican seafood. This is Malaysian food. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Malaysia. I only know that Singapore is like within the confines of Malaysia. And it's above Indonesia, and that's it. It's not, it's like, it's at the tip. So like, it's like on the island. It's connected. They're connected. I don't even know what I'm looking at. It looks like egg, green onions, some sort of meat. What is that? Oh, I was right. All right, so it looks like some water starch mixture, and then they crack eggs in it. And I guess that just helps the base of the omelet and help it be a little bigger. And then some green onion. So it's just giant omelets. All right. Oh. There hasn't been enough love for noodles today. Oh. Oh, is that bok choy? Oh. Bok choy goated. I give you permission to say that, and I agree. Glass noodles. I will say, if I'm looking at noodles, I like my noodles to be big and thick. I like big, thick, chompy noodles that I can bite down on, like udon. That's just where I'm at. I like the little bite in my noodle. Problem is I get glass noodles and it all clumps together, and then I just put my chopstick through it and I lift up and the entire clump follows suit. And then I'm basically just chewing through a clump of it. All right, let's get a move on. We got a few more to go through. This one's from Copenhagen. Headed over to EU, Denmark. This is called s'mores broad. Smørrebrød. I assume how they say it over there. I'm not gonna lie, that bread looks like shit. It looks like the densest, driest, most bitter. It looks terrible. And the seeds aren't selling me. Now I'm out. No, you can't just take a bad-looking piece of bread and throw a couple fish on it, call it a day. I'm sorry. I'm out on that one. What do you mean? Oh, you know what I was thinking? This bread would be saved with a little more seafood. Like, if we had a little bit more, then maybe we're talking.
So basically, this is it's a herring marinated with dill flour. Then on top of there's marinated kind of cucumber called in Danish Asia. It's a big cucumber where we marinate it with the dill flour as well. Then most important for the herring, we'll serve creme fraiche, so you get fat. So you have acidity.
Wait, so you're not cooking it? It just goes like that?
Fat. Then of course crunch.
I'm going to keep it a stack. I know this isn't street food, and everything else we've done is street food. This is like fancy restaurant food. This looks worse than every single other street food we've seen. Catch me with 3 balut in my mouth before I'm eating this guy.
Of of pork crisp. We'll use just to get extra flavor on the dish. We'll use a bit of dill oil and fresh picked.
I'm not paying €85
That's a piece
for what is basically fancy fish on rye bread with 8,000 pounds of dill.
I'll that on the plate.
All right, final plating. Wow. All right, next. Costa Rica. Okay, it's just a smoothie shop. That was loud. Onion, egg. You know what I've realized is everybody in the world loves onions and everybody in the world loves eggs. Those are just tried and true goated foods. When I say everybody in the world, I don't literally mean every human. I mean every culture has dishes that incorporate those foods. Not me, Ludwig. I've never eaten an egg in my life. Not literally every culture. Okay, now you're just nitpicking. Well, actually, in Sri Lanka, we don't actually grow onions organically. So we've never had an onion before. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm involved, and I enjoy it. They threw in that little pancake thing. These guys seem to be having a great time. I don't know what's in this jar. Someone talk to me about this jar. What's going on here? What is this? It looks like kimchi. Just salsa, pickled cabbage. Fair enough. Then it's pretty much kimchi. Everyone on Earth loves water. I get the point you're making. People are actually weird about water. There are humans out there who don't drink water. Like, specifically, they reject the idea of drinking water. There's probably a few in chat who have like 3 Cokes a day. 2 Kool-Aids. This looks insane, by the way. Holy shit. This looks like the greatest lobster I've ever seen in my life. That looks amazing. I feel like in America we got lazy with lobster. Because we figured out that lobster and butter are good together. And now restaurants are so cocky about it that they give you the lobster and the tools to break it apart and some butter, and they say, I mean, fucking good luck, have fun. Under the guise that it's fresh. Not prepared for you, just a little bit of a task, and then you got to make your own whole-ass food with the lobster. I like lobster. I'm sick of getting charged $40 to cook my own food for me. Break it apart. I don't know how to tear down a lobster. They give me something to crack a walnut. I'm using both hands to squeeze because I'm weak too. If they served it like this, game over. Lobster roll, amazing. But I'm saying this is like just the lobster flavor, you know? I want to try Korean food. Korean food is awesome. What am I looking at? These little tots. Is this meat? Fried something or other. Fried chicken with maybe rice cakes? Yeah, rice cakes. Okay. Looks like mochi. Is that a giant oyster?
Hello, cheese, hello.
That's huge. Oh my god. Or is it a mussel? It kind of looks like a giant mussel more than an oyster. I could never. It's just too visually crazy to eat this entire squid. Look at, you just see the whole thing. Oh, I guess he's chopping it up for that exact reason. Okay, never mind. Now I'm on board. I'm back in all of a sudden. All right, let's go to
golden yellow rice sits underneath 12-hour marinated chicken, seared until tender.
Halal Guys Chicken
Roasted
in
gyro
Euro
meat
Platter,
sliced
New York
straight
City.
from the vertical spit. Packed together with crisp lettuce, tomato, onions, and peppers, along with a few delicate slices of pita, served soft and warm from the stove. But it's the extra creamy secret white sauce and notoriously spicy red sauce that made the Halal Guys Chicken and Gyro Platter a New York legend.
Halal Guys is awesome. I don't get
The word
meat.
halal refers to a specific way of butchering meat in the religion of Islam. But in New York, because of this one food cart, people also use halal as shorthand for a whole collection of street meats, sandwiches, and combo platters. The most famous of which is a platter with only 5 key ingredients.
It's like one of my favorite foods to eat. So I came the first time I remember and I ate it and I was in love instantly. And it was like one of the best things I've ever ate in my life until now.
Egyptian too.
Yeah.
So they're Egyptian. Just feels like.
Am I crazy? Yeah, it's just tzatziki sauce, right? Like the secret white sauce. It's just tzatziki sauce, no?
Feels like home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Combo, everything on it. Combination? Sure.
The combo platter starts with a layer of golden yellow rice, which is made from scratch, off-site before heading to the cart. This basmati rice takes the longest to make, stirred for over 45 minutes and prepared in 40-pound batches, enough to fill 60 to 70 platters. But really, it's the chicken that takes the most care and attention. It's always marinated for 12 hours. And although the recipe is secret, Middle Eastern street meats generally use a marinade of herbs, lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper.
Yeah, I mean, if you just say the word herbs, you're kind of covering too many bases, though. You can't say it's not so secret, then say herbs.
The halal guys
that's
wait
the
to
whole
chop the chicken
shit.
until it's fully cooked.
That's the secret. That's
This
what we
way,
want
it
to know.
stays tender and becomes as juicy as can be.
After we cook it and well done, we cover up by the pita bread. You will get the flavor of the chicken in the pita bread.
Next comes the beloved beef gyro, which is half cooked on a vertical spit.
How is this a thing? I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand how the meat gets onto this and what meat this is. I've never ever asked, and now I'm too afraid because I enjoy it too much and I don't want to know the answer. But the meat pole.
Another secret recipe, the seasoning likely has a mix of traditional gyro spices like salt, pepper, paprika, and oregano. Cooks shave it as soon as the meat becomes a dark brown color.
Yeah, but lambs don't have thick-ass thighs. Like, what
and
lamb
oregano.
is walking around
Cook
with big old honkers like this? Tree trunks for thighs. You just slap a lamb leg on there.
Shave it as soon as the meat becomes a dark brown color, using a mechanic slicer rather than a knife because it's quicker and more consistent.
It's
Back at the cart, the gyro
ground.
shavings are placed on the stove and chopped into even squares. Initially, the halal guys serve gyro
I don't
meat
understand
in
how
long
they do that still.
shavings, like many other halal food vendors.
Halal guys serve gyro, not to be confused with the Greek sandwich pronounced gyro. Oh, that is fucking confusing.
But they switched to smaller pieces in order to keep up with demand. And finally, but maybe most importantly, comes this question.
White sauce all over?
Yeah, just all over the chicken, please.
Okay, no problem.
Like a lot of it.
You have to get the sauces, most importantly, the white sauce.
Like a lot of it. I want it to look like Izzy's face after she got hosed.
But that really makes the meal. It's just white sauce. Right, I think we all call it white sauce.
I like how he said just on the chicken, but all over.
Carts across the city have tried to mimic the recipe, but the Halal Guy says no other place has cracked the code. Based on the to-go packets of white sauce, this creamy substance is a combination of mayo, black pepper, vinegar, salt, and a few other ingredients.
I'm going to keep it a stack. Someone's figured it out. We have figured out where we are currently as an Earth spinning and flying through space to a high degree inside of which solar system, galaxy, etc. Science didn't fail us at white sauce. We didn't lose here. We figured this out. It might not be widely known, but we definitely figured it out.
But one thing we're sure about, the red sauce isn't for everyone.
We call the white sauce 911 because it's very, very spicy. I personally have not tasted it.
What? Ever?
Never. I don't eat spicy. I cannot.
For everyone.
We call the white sauce 911.
Bro, you're the CEO. You've never tasted it ever?
It's very, very spicy. I personally have not tasted it.
What? Ever?
Never.
That's like if I never watched like a video of mine ever, but I kept making people watch them. Made 1,000 of them. You got to try it once.
I don't eat spicy. I cannot tolerate spicy.
The sauce has a Scoville rating between 100,000 and 130,000.
Okay, that's high. I'm not even going to lie. That's high.
Which is over 40 times
I think
hotter
the
than
bomb
Tabasco.
is about 450K.
Hot sauce too?
The cart guys won't let you walk away without telling you just how spicy it can be, and recommend taking a couple of packets to go rather than drizzling too much on your platter.
I love the white sauce, and I love spicy, so definitely love the red sauce too. Recommend both.
Next time we'll get barbecue.
Okay. Wait, this barbecue? Oh, dude.
30 years ago, there were few halal carts in Manhattan, until the Halal Guys opened one on West 53rd and 6th Avenue. It didn't take too long to win over customers, particularly cab drivers looking for an easy way to eat halal.
At that time, they didn't find any halal food in New York City. So they came up with the idea, there's a lot of Muslims here. Why can't we...
All right, hey, let's try. We have time for 2 more. Actually, we have time for 1 more. And I think we got to end on this one. Actually, no, we have time. We'll do a quick one in Iran. I had Afghan food for the first time this past week. It was so fucking good. I ate until I literally couldn't move physically, and then I fell asleep for 4 hours. This is not related to Iran, by the way, but it made me think of it. What are they doing with the cukes? He's spending a lot of time on that cuke. Oh, he's selling the tool. Honey, finally. You know how we've been really wanting to eat cucumber, but it's just too damn ugly on our plate? The same guy that sold the slap chop 10 years ago was in Iran. Got me this cool gizmo. All right. Well, hey, shout out to Iranian food. This is the real final one. The final street food video, North Korea.
Wah, ini banyak tadi. 그렇게 있습니까? 네, 그렇게.
I wouldn't be walking out so proudly with the camera. Is this guy crazy? He's wielding that camera. Is he hiding the cam? No, he's proudly wielding it. This is the picture he took. Honestly, a really good picture. I won't even front. All right, show us some food, though.
Kan nyari yang ada orang yang makan.
I wouldn't count this as street food if it's prepackaged. Oh, there we go. What is this? Omelet? Crepes? They got crepes in North Korea?
Aku satu dong.
Well, goddamn.
Mana tuh?
They got crepes? Yeah, maybe they aren't so bad. maybe North Korea is chill.
Monica. Oh. Bu kacang.
I've never thought to try to eat that with a chopstick, I'll say that much.
감사합니다.
Oh, it's like a potato pancake. It's like a latke. A traditional Jewish latke. That looks awesome. I'll say it. I can't tell if I'm watching North Korean propaganda or this is just an average video. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He didn't pay? I think she paid for him. Just making a gut call here.
Kayak bakwan. Rasanya mirip bakwan nih.
All right, boys. That's about it. I got to head out. Boys. I got to dip. I know kind of a short stream. But I'll be back again tomorrow.
Then I left the gift shop and I was fine. Like, it only lasted.
I'm going to raid Cutie Cinderella. And by Cutie Cinderella, I mean Maya Higa. I'm going to go eat some dinner. I'm going to come back. I'm going to record a super auto VODs. I'm going to go record a good old-fashioned mogul mail. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow, probably around like 3 p.m. for a nice 6-hour stream, if I had to guess. Anyway, here it is. Here's Maya's stream. Guys, please go check it out. It's Wine About It. It's the podcast she does with Cutie. They're sitting at about 18K. I expect that to get to at least 20, fellas. My expectation. And thanks for hanging out. Sorry about bailing on you guys for 5 days straight. I really do feel bad about that. I am back now, firmly here. So if you're a super auto VODs enjoyer, I will see you guys tonight. If you're a mogul mail enjoyer, I'll see you tomorrow. And if you're a stream enjoyer, well, come back later. See you next time. Have a good one. See you later, guys. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. See you later, everyone. Goodbye. See you later. Have a good one, guys. See you later. Goodbye.